Ah, so suddenly you don't like talking about other people's editing. Well, just gonna do like a telltale and remember you said that. Just gonna remember. There you go. Anywho, it does seem, I guess, on that note, that the concept of better late than never, is in fact something that's I wouldn't say appropriate here because it's better punctual than, I guess, you know, efficient is what I would say in this case. Because yeah, but better late than never in this situation of the review. Sorry, I'm going back and forth a little bit here. Still getting back into the swing of things. So yeah, the reason I say better than ever here and everything is because because of the late submission I did for like the other episode of this beforehand. But the second one of the goal I was not involved in, and so it came out when it was intended on the anniversary. Only for me to be not around for said anniversary and eventually having to reschedule for today. That's what I was trying to get at. Redo that intro. Include me. Yeah. maybe that's why Yukiso complained so much. You weren't involved. Maybe that was it. Yeah. Technically speaking, the reason that I was in Spain was not because of the football specifically. That was just a happy coincidence. As was the case of me being physically present for the majority of Spain's victory since 2008. Surprisingly enough. So I don't know. In any case, we're back now, which is the important thing. Better late than never. We're talking about The End of Death, Fallen Angels, Season 2, Episode 12. The season finale of Season 2 has finally arrived. And like I said, on the anniversary of the show's inception, which would have been incredibly fitting. But, either way, the point is you lot got to actually see it, and I have just been, waiting in the corner to actually go ahead and see it. Where's peak the best? I guess probably here. One funny blue guy coming right up.
I've been sitting in the back, chilling, relaxing. I pulled up a lawn chair.
Chilling out, maxing, relaxing, all cool. Yeah, of course. But you're not the only person who has been in the back rooms waiting to join. Now, I did actually, reach out to the other person who frequently reviews Fallen Angels, who used to frequently review them before joining these streams and then not doing her own ones.
Yeah.
So I did ask KW if she wanted to be here today. She said no, but Bon is here. Hello.
Yeah.
See, it's like she's here.
Oh god, the KW.
That's fair. That's incredibly fair. Yes. Considering how everyone plays each other on Gacha review, I think it's fine.
Because we kind of technically already did a quote-unquote review. We didn't, but it wasn't like live. We
it was
all hopped on VC and did a watch
party.
party together. So that might be why she's not here.
Oh no, she did actually give me reasons why. I'm just not saying them on camera. But yes, that might be. But I'm glad to hear that actually did in fact happen. So
Yeah, it was a really good episode. But I won't say more. I don't want to spoil the surprise for you.
That's fair.
I was invited here for a reason. Not by you, actually.
Well, yeah. I don't know how much of this would technically be a spoiler as much as reminding me of what was in the script that I haven't looked at in years.
Okay, there's a mini series that I haven't officially announced. I have like a teaser on a list set up.
Oh yeah, I think I know about this mini series.
But you have forgotten about that show too, because we had some small discussions about a character design. You've forgotten some details about that show. I don't know if
I forgot the details regarding said character design, not the miniseries existed or said character.
I know, but I remember everything.
It's your project to helm.
I'd be concerned if you didn't know.
Okay.
Could you imagine? Like, I'm just like, hey guys, Genocide Week's coming soon. What's the plot again?
Okay, yeah.
Akira Toriyama forgetting about Super Saiyan 3.
Okay, yeah, but I know pretty much every detail of the Mean Girl too, off the top of my head. I have memorized the majority of the main details and more, and when things were established. So, yeah.
A certain anniversary video refreshed my memory.
Oh yeah, I forgot about this song Jacob posted. Yeah. So I haven't had a chance to listen to that yet. I was at work when it was posted.
I've lost the plot now. I mentioned
Yeah,
because Full
exactly,
Name
yeah.
just mentioned. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I was invited here because apparently Aidan wanted me here.
Well,
Probably for
you asked to join when we were reviewing the 11th episode. You asked, hey, I would like to join when we review the finale.
Oh, I did? Oh, I low-key forgot about that.
I remember. I told you. I remember everything.
Yeah, you do, clearly. Well, you were
Yes, he did. I remember Bon
the...
reaching out to me about that, and then Aidan also saying, be sure to invite Bon. And I was like, wait, but I've already got the... Okay.
Yeah. You're about to see the reason why there was a year-long gap in between episode 4 and 5 of Secrets of the Plex, because that is when I did my portion for this video, which you will see soon.
Yes.
I see. Well, all right then.
Let's play a game where it's like, let's see if you can spot the segment that belongs to me.
Also,
this is like the Aidan line or Jacob line game that we play.
Yeah. Let's see if you can spot it. It's really subtle. Like I really matched it to Aidan's style. So let me know if you can tell. If you can tell, you can tell like which scene I animated.
Also, I hear me echoing. I don't know whose end is that though.
It might be mine.
I don't hear any echo whatsoever.
Yeah, I don't hear it at all.
Oh. I don't know why you hear me twice. Did I open the stream somewhere else? No.
It's really subtle, yeah.
Oh wait, hold on. No, I can hear it faintly now.
I don't know why that's there.
I can go grab my headphones real quick.
It's like it feels like it's like playing on a separate device for some reason.
Yeah, I don't know what that's about.
Okay, I'll go grab some headphones then. That way I can stop the echo. You guys can start it if you want to. Don't
okay. Well, all right. Fair enough. In the meantime, chat. Let's see if you can give Aidan some mutant go questions and test that theory. Because yeah, if we're going by every detail, I could definitely ask something like, you know, what is like the visual effect that I put on the screen for Mrs. Dysart when the first time that Natasha extended a line. But yeah, every detail is every detail. That's quite the monumental task. But yeah, when did Eliza first appear?
That was episode. It was episode 7 of season 2. Because I think Reina appeared in episode 6. No, it maybe have been 8. Actually, it may have been 8 because Reina came back, I believe, at the end of 7. No, she got kidnapped on the 5th. She was gone all 6. Appeared at the end of 7. Then it would be 8. So
yeah, you are right. 8. It was 8. It was 8. Yes.
Speaking of Eliza, guess who popped herself back in the narrative?
Eliza?
No, me. I'm back.
Speaking of someone entirely different, I am here. All right then, let's roll the intro.
You just said, when did Eliza first appear?
Oh yeah, but one final time I'll plot the intro.
Oh yeah, so this is the last time everyone gets to see this intro. This intro is now gone because the season ended.
Yeah, obviously, Bon is Eliza.
When in doubt, I am always Eliza. Oh my god, Abraxas!
Oh my god, Abraxas, it's me, Eliza from Music
Shut up! You guys literally said Eliza!
Yes, we said Eliza. Why do you... Anyway. Sarah messed up with them.
Oh boy, guys, I can't wait for my credit as Ava.
Oh, yeah.
It's coming. Surely, it's coming, right? Yep. Let's keep going.
This intro never got updated beyond
Yep. Where am I?
Yeah, I love that. Yeah, Dino
Phantom
Caroline
Sauce.
is still involved here, and Phantom Sauce TV, who was also on the trip with me, by the way.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Yeah, it was that group of people, and you know they've been attending the last 2. Yeah.
You know Phantom Sauce in real life? Dang.
Yes, one of my childhood friends.
Tell him
which
to
is
get
originally-
back to me. I sent him a DM like 2 weeks ago. Tell him to get back to me.
In fact, I
I
have
didn't
a
realize you
short.
could track this
You
man
know what?
down.
I
You know
didn't
what?
know
Here's
you
a
knew
music
him.
girl.
Track him down. Go get him.
Here's a
Drink a
here's
butter.
a
Go
music
get him
girl
for
lore.
me.
Yeah, no. Wait, you.
I'll pay you money. I'll pay you money to go poke him.
Yeah, you know what? Forget I said that. I've got my Judas VAs mixed up in my head. Forget that.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
So never mind.
Okay,
Yeah.
never mind.
I was about
Yeah.
to be like, I met Phantom Sauce.
See that's
because he
that's
had
another
it
good
for
music girl
Diogenes.
detail. How many different usernames has Adri had over the years?
I don't know that one because I don't even know which one he's using currently, to be honest.
No, that's
I
yeah.
don't even know.
Yeah, like I said, every detail is a tall order.
Very
I know
similar.
a very important stuff.
Yeah, guys, where's my credit? It's coming right after created after by reading the best, right? It's coming.
Yeah, honestly,
I'm so
I will
hopeful.
say, yeah, Phantom Source TV is absolutely a username that Adri would come up with, but it's not one that actually did.
All right, here it comes, guys. It's coming. I just know it.
The end.
Dang
of
it!
Gacha.
Ah!
Oh, yes, I like the vibe of the scene I did. Anyways.
Yeah, so one thing about the title card I'll say, I'm glad that you've added the music in there. One thing that I would recommend is either do the Pokemon approach where the musical jingle actually ends and doesn't fade after like the card ends, or have that be like the first thing I like translate over.
Magic.
Oh yes.
Finally,
Oh, and it teleports. Okay.
it's time.
That was cool.
Like it's just like slowly forming.
Yeah,
That
well,
was
there's
cool
no way.
tweening. You did tweening. That's cool.
Well, I just keyframed I keyframed the 3 parts, and I just added a glow effect. I really struggle with the glow effect because glow effect only affect the white parts, but I was trying so hard to get the glow to affect more of it to kind of make it look like it's fusing. I
have an app that could really help you.
What?
It's called a light motion.
I use.
You should
Kaputa.
try it.
I use Kaputa.
No,
Does it work
no.
on Kaputa?
Shh. Just get a light motion. It's free.
Does it work on
It's
Kaputa?
free. No. Just get your mobile device.
Don't use mobile.
Yes,
Yes,
mobile
use
gotcha. I will say, you know, pretty much like any time that anything looks like tweening in one of our stuff that's not done by you is probably keyframing, disguised as tweening.
Death.
That being said, the one method I would recommend to actually do that kind of thing is if you need to like put something back together or break something, similarly to what I did in Mutant Girl, actually, where you like they shatter like, you know, the dresser, is actually do the same thing in reverse, where like, you know, you edit like all of them together like an art program, and you set and like you have the same size image and different layers, so you can actually sync them all up, which means that you can, you know, reverse that process. You can split them apart for the first bit, and then when you put them together again, it looks like you fixed the spear entirely, and then just switch to this singular image and have Abraxas collect it. There you go.
Holy crunchy Mike.
Okay, I can't have any of you get hurt. So here's my plan. Diogenes, Julia, Ava, and Karis will be far away,
Oh my
but
God, it's my
close
character.
enough.
Diogenes, Ava, Julia, and Karis, who are already conveniently placed on one part of the screen when I'm addressing them all.
So we can get information.
Okay, no, it would have been like
Why does the hair
10
don't move?
It would have been like 10 characters on screen. The reason I framed it like this is they're all standing together in like the field in the cabin, but it would be like 10 characters on screen, and then I have to downsize everyone. The background wasn't that long, so
I understand on principle reducing the number of characters on screen, definitely. I mean, I'm pretty sure that 10 is in fact the max for Gacha Club anyway. But regardless, I think understood.
No, it may be more than 10 because you have Adam, Milana, Castiel, Raphael, Mrs. Dysart, Ava, Julia, Diogenes, Helen, Zach. I think, yeah, that is 10.
That is 10, yes.
Yeah, 10.
Yeah, but
No, and
even
Trevor.
so-
It's 11. It's 11.
Okay, I mean, even if it were 10, that is difficult regarding like frame placement. So again, I understand that.
Everyone be on top of each
My
other.
issue was more the fact that like everyone that he actively addresses is conveniently split already into their instruction points rather than going there afterwards or something like that, or being scattered around.
Diogenes and Ava are there to help protect you guys. Plus, if we fail, worst case scenario, you four will have to try to set things right.
Jill 2 is like 20. Oh wow, I'm
Oh,
sure
yeah.
someone's that must have been. Oh, I was gonna say someone shattered my record. That got destroyed like years ago, actually.
You can
Don't
count
worry,
on
Adam.
us.
Mama Bear's got you.
Absolutely.
Castiel and Ralph will stay away from a distance to wait for us to wear Raxus down, so we don't risk losing 2 head angels, because if this works, we need the head angels to pick up the pieces.
Right.
We're going to attack Braxis head on. We attack in teams. I'll be Valana. Helen, Zach, and Trevor will be on a team.
1v11.
Why is Luna's
Fair fight.
gravestone right next? Oh, I guess not gravestone. Cenotaph. Why is Luna's cenotaph just next to the cabin?
Well, it's near the cabin because no one knows she died. They just think she disappeared canonically.
And so you just canonize that she's just dead by showing a gravestone?
Oh no, everyone.
No.
Crazy!
We saw her die. We, the audience, saw her die, so we knew that happened. That was
The
what,
public
broke
doesn't
Ed,
know that
halfway through the
part.
season. But like,
The public doesn't
it's just the
know.
fact that she never got like a proper funeral and
That's
it's just like
crazy.
randomly here.
Yeah, listen. No one knows she died. How
Like,
are you
it's
supposed
been a
to...
while. I don't know how long it's been in universe since episode 6, part 2.
It's
but
been like 3 to 4 months. It's been a few months.
in 3 to 4 months, someone is
Oh
gonna
my
ask a
God.
few questions. This is the same thing I had with like. There's a film called Volver that's that came out in like 2006. It's relatively famous. Essentially a dark comedy when you really look into it with like an emotional core and whatever. One of the big like inciting incidents is that one of the main characters' husbands. One of the main characters' husbands. Like one of the main characters has a husband who then gets stabbed by their daughter, or who he thinks is their daughter. Plot twist and stuff later, not really relevant. And they have to cover that up so that in order to, I guess, like to protect the daughter, and they go through all the ways of like the conveniences of trying to haul this body around and conceal it in a fridge in a restaurant and something, and then eventually they hires like one of the friends to take it and bury it somewhere in the middle of the desert. And I'm thinking to myself the whole movie, like, someone is going to ask a question eventually. Like, it happened almost immediately after the incident in question, where someone came up, the restaurant owner happened to like ask about him because like one of his friends before handing over the keys to the main character. But then after that, not so much. And we're studying this in like my Spanish class years later. I watched it first one time by coincidence because my dad had it, and then afterwards we studied it in Spanish class. So I thought to myself, like, well, the teacher said, well, that they had like no family or friends again, aside from the restaurant owner who physically asked about him. But I still think that someone is going to ask about that. That's not just like a random like friend of the main characters. Like, oh yeah, how's Paco doing? It's like, oh yeah, no, he's fine. Eventually, they're going to want to know.
To be
and
fair,
that movie took place over the course of like a few days, so it might not have set in yet. But after months, oh yeah.
to be fair, I had.
Butterfly Farm.
To be fair, I have written something that does address that whole thing. I say I have written something. It's
Episode-
the miniseries.
I was about to say episode 12.5, Luna's Forgotten Funeral.
We saw her funeral technically in episode 7.
Okay.
Crazy
But,
work.
But yeah, no. In season 3, I have partially written an episode that expands on that idea and stuff. But well, actually, I've written quite a bit in relation to this plot point. But season 3 teasers.
You were done so dirty. Yeah, if this was if this was a culter, we'd be having an issue regarding recovering the body. But you know,
Well, they can't recover it. They don't have the body.
exactly my point. Remember, there's that whole thing about, especially like in Lavenza's religion,
listen,
you know,
they don't
bodies.
have the body because Braxis technically had the body, and he probably just threw it out because Adam teleported away. So they don't actually have the body. It's just a headstone.
Yeah, that is a fair point. I guess the person who is actively trying to end death would not have a place to put bodies. I don't imagine he threw it out. I imagine that he cremated her or something.
Her body's not a thing. Her body just not a thing. They don't have her body. Her body not a thing.
Yeah.
They have no evidence.
Yeah, I like to think that he tried to be like as tactful as possible, and then like actually cremated her, probably like scattered the ashes across like the sky or something. Eventually, you know, outside of his, you know, lair, whatever building structure he has, you know. That's what I. Yeah, well, there you go. Is that castle on a hill, as the story goes, and then you know. And the ashes there's once did spread as the wind blows. Anyway.
Honestly, just think that Aidan's cursed crazy, you know?
Potentially, given the interpretation there. Anyway, single character I like to me twice and made me cry. If we had told you, it would have lost its impact. You know, we gotta keep that in reserve, you know?
Yeah.
Like
we like when our audience cries.
Well, honestly, yes. I've talked about this before, but like my favorite, like, you know, like Walt Disney mentality is the fact that he wanted Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs to be evidence that people could cry at animation as well as laugh at it. Similar thing with Gacha. I love when that happens because of that.
Else keep him busy while you recover. I'm done letting Abraxas kill my friends, so we have to be careful.
I've done people die.
I have to ask. Like, I talked about this on the video, but I'm like, does Alana just have a massive? Like, I know that you can't do this in post, but does Alana just have a massive hole in her shirt, or did she go and change? I have to know.
I explained this last stream, but this happened in between episodes. So basically, Helen and Alana took the pink fabric and basically used a mending spell to fix her sweater.
Okay, fair enough.
So
yeah, there was in last episode. There was like a gap in her.
And that was mostly to avoid the implications that angels could heal clothes and heal fabric. And
probably also to avoid having to edit said hole into every shot of her.
Yeah, and it wasn't in the thing. Anyways, but I don't really want the hole there. Anyways, I just the whole made sense in the moment. They fixed it in between episodes essentially with the magic.
Yeah, I've seen the finale or the finale, and it's pretty good. I heard kind of Aidan voice acted. Oh, we've got an Adam favorite. I haven't heard of that many Adam favorites.
Oh, wow. I mean, to be fair, Adam isn't even my favorite. Honestly, I think like Helen's my favorite personally.
No, I understand that.
Are, like, my favorite.
It's rare for the main character of a show to be the favorite of people. Like that's
I'm looking here for Zach. Where are my Zach fans at, guys?
That is also, I guess,
I know it's niche.
Also, yeah,
he's just a chill dude.
Fairly niche. He's a chill dude now. Certainly, you know, he's mellowed out. Certainly. Even talk to me. I think most people's favorite I've heard of is Harvey, because obviously the comic relief that gets, you know. But yeah,
Rip Harvey died.
Why is this one I have more questions about? Why is Harry one of your favorites?
Yeah, that's the best part. Is like, could you imagine if they cut away and then they cut back to these three again, and there's just a new gravestone and it says Harvey?
No, just one. There's like a much smaller one. The corner says, "By the way, also Carrie."
Dang.
Okie dokie.
This field's gonna be little to graves.
Like now, Aidan would slime them out immediately. Well, I mean, they might get slimed out, and why am I saying like everyone's seen this except me? Anyway.
Great.
What? I haven't seen this.
Back for what he did to Alana.
Trust.
Seeing here.
Yeah, no, you don't have to mention a watch party
No,
minutes ago.
no. Guys, you forget that I'm blind. I didn't watch. I just I just turned away. I listened. Yeah, I only heard the audio.
Yeah. Yeah, there is actually there's actually a video on my YouTube recommended that I've yet to watch, but it's in my tabs. It's one of them, that says there's like blind woman watches Toph in Avatar for the first time, and then the thumbnail says, "Haven't ever seen this before." I imagine the woman is not actually fully blind, and that's why that makes sense. But yeah,
that's still funny.
Yeah, it's one of those clearly, I imagine that she edited the thumbnail herself, so she's aware.
After today, Abraxas will never bother us again, and the world will be safe.
If you
We'll
say
leave in
so.
10 minutes.
All right.
It's got to manifest it a little bit.
Yeah.
Have you guys spotted the thing that I animated yet? Have you spotted it yet, Jacob?
Oh well, Em apparently did a while ago.
I have to go see someone.
Oh, so it was super subtle. Awesome.
I mean, that is ideal, certainly.
So I have to go.
By the way, yeah, but by the way, that's that's exchange there. We are 3 minutes and 25 seconds into the video, which means that if you take out the intro and a little bit like prep time or something, that was roughly 2 minutes essentially of the conversation, compared to the 15 that was Reborn Part 1. So there you go. That's how you do it now.
Guys, we're running out of time. We need a plan. Guys, listen. I'm stopping the conversation right now to say we're running out of time and we need a plan.
Everyone, listen to me. Yeah, no, we are saying you've already told me.
I've played these games before.
Essentially, yeah.
Oh God.
Mothers.
For you.
But we know you feel like you need to. And we respect that.
Just come back safe, baby.
I would.
I was like, we know you need to, and we respect that. We're chill with that.
We understand. Go to war, child. We get it.
Go
to war.
Go to war.
Guys, come on, guys. I guess, guys. Yeah.
Oh, I have amazing friends looking out for me.
Yeah, go to war with them.
And I'll see you guys as soon as I get back.
Good luck.
Do you think they know that she got killed last episode? Do they know?
Well,
I don't think so.
Bit of hush hush.
I'm starting to understand why they bothered fixing the robes.
They don't even know that part. It's not a big deal. Side. Tommy.
Hey, Tommy.
Thomas.
Hey, what was so important you texted me to come right now?
All right. Jeez, if you're gonna be like that, go leave. All right then.
Could you imagine Alana just like text him? He's like, "Thanks for being the best friend. Thanks for being my best friend." He's like, "Aw, oh no, wait."
It's ex-boyfriend, but yes.
Yeah, but even so, like he seems to be like having a lot of hostility in his voice here in terms of
Yeah, I'm with M. Men.
There's a reason they didn't work out.
Emotional. Yeah.
Abraxas mate in the world, and I'm going to stop him. I know you want nothing to do with the supernatural, but I wanted to say goodbye because...
That's probably why he was so annoyed that he texted her.
Goodbye,
like,
Tommy.
I'm
going to war.
I'm going to war, Tommy.
Take care of my lesbian mothers.
I may not make it back.
Who are also weirdly nonchalant about this whole thing.
I understand. Good luck, Alana.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, like that there, where he's not like super emotive, but you can tell that he's like a little bit like holding back, but also he does want to like overwhelm her. That's what I was looking for.
I hope to see you again, Tommy.
Me too.
Quack, 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 quack.
Is Alana tough or no?
No.
She's fairly tough. She's
Yeah,
also a human and therefore squishy, but you know,
she gets
comparatively,
squishy. One sword and she's pretty much dead. Like go stab, dead.
Mhm. Oh, man,
Guys, my scene, just as a heads up, my scene is like coming soon, so let me know if you can spot it.
Yeah, I can't
super
see it.
subtle.
Yes, very, very subtle. I was immediately going to say, like, the lighting of the background alone was enough of a giveaway.
Can we go back for just a quick second? I did want to quickly talk about this. Like, I don't know why you invited me here. I'm going to talk about this, of course. Like, so stop right there. So
the lighting change on this existing gacha background and the only panning shots.
Guys. So, this was a cool thing. So I actually, this background, you may notice, like, it's hard to tell at first, but there actually are spirits in the stained glass that I hand drew into the scene as gacha characters on all the parts of the stained glass. Pardon?
The white bits.
Yeah, the white bits. Like, they are shaped like spirits. So all those white things are new. Like, look at, you can see it very clearly on the one on the very right. Actually, you can see that.
Oh, I can see it
very clearly
now. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and then I also did hand draw that gem thing at the top there because, like, Aidan doesn't provide storyboards. There's just a lot of description. So I'm like, okay, how do I do this? And first of all, how do I do this? And second of all, how do I make it look like it belongs in the background? So the lighting helps a lot because it makes everything blend together. But I did want to point that out because a lot of people missed that in the watch party. That there actually are spirits stuck, frozen in the stained glass as stained glass pictures.
Oh, I thought you meant like there were decorations, like actually physically trapped there, Luigi's Mansion style. That's a whole different matter.
Exactly. Yeah,
Why
and also
the gem,
you're
though,
going.
Exactly.
You'll see.
Okay.
But there's also another thing you'll immediately notice. So you know Helen, of course. She kind of just like Aidan just told me like she flies. She just like levitates, and I didn't quite grasp how that worked. So you'll see what I did in response, but it's going to mess with the continuity because I didn't realize how she flies regularly. So you'll see. But
Yeah,
we'll see
for my scenes. Yeah, but for my scene, that was also something that I had to ask him to, you know, as a reminder of, is like if this has even like happened before.
It happened.
I remember, of course, like everyone teleports around.
It happened in episode 5.
Ah, well, there you go. That's
You'll see.
That would explain it.
Century.
Okay, this is one thing to acknowledge here. Angelic guidance exists here. And I will say, normally...
I think I manifested them into existence.
You did manifest them into existence. So canonically, the reason...
Okay, come on! Angels with guns is the best thing ever! I argue I added something amazing into the canon, okay?
Angel with a shotgun. I get it. But,
the amount of things I manifested into existence, like, for instance, like, the bodyguards behind Abraxas, they never looked like that! He just gave me 2 generic angel designs. I'm like, nah, these guys gotta be military. And so he changed designs that they fit what I made. Like, I totally went off script at some points, because, like, I was told, like, just go crazy. I'm like, okay, I'll go crazy.
Okay, alright. I was concerned about that because, you know, speaking as somebody who had to recolor a scene because someone got someone's phone incorrect one time, you know, go against like the original vision. If there's already continuity in place, I'm always skeptical of. Like, yeah, the designs of, like, you know, the military-equipped bodyguards here, you could say, yeah, I guess Abraxas decided to, you know, give them that design because, you know, give them better protection. They probably need it against, you know, all people that he failed to make as generals. Sure. The guns, on the other hand, first of all, they sort of diminish, like, the uniqueness of Helen's weapons in the first place. And secondly...
Oh, everything gets used, don't worry. It's not just guns. Trust me.
But canonically, what happened is it was established early in the season that Abraxas has like witches and wizards working essentially under him. Essentially, they are magic guns that shoot out magic.
Wait, so you mean like the witches and wizards like fashioned the magical weapons? Is what you're saying?
Yeah, they made magic weapons for them, and that's what happened for this big day. Because it has been established that witches do work under Abraxas, so. in prior episodes. It has been mentioned a few times.
I did make this a year and a half ago, so none of the stuff that came before this existed yet. So I didn't have much to go off of, but
technically episode 1 through 9 existed.
Well, yes, obviously, but I'm not talking about the season. I'm talking about this episode and the segments in between my segment and other segments.
But yeah, the segments in between yours, I had to recreate the armor for the designs. Like,
it's okay. They look cooler now, so
I mean, they do look pretty cool.
Trust
yeah, like the armor is definitely a net positive. The guns, I'm gonna watch the scene and then
I'm surprised you went with green based off the struggle you had with animating a certain character because they're greenness. I'm surprised you went with green.
It's because of Alana's purple bow. Like it messed with things because I had like a green screen, then I had a purple screen. I'm like, okay, well, can't do a blue screen because of her pants. Can't do a pink screen because of her shirt. Can't do a red screen because of her head. Like, oh my god!
Said the exact same thing. Aidan said the same thing in a previous video. It might have been a KW review. I don't remember exactly, but yeah, he brought that up.
The Aidan struggle with Alana's.
So you'll see. I made a compromise.
You know, actually, you had a perfect chance here, Aidan, to have Alana change into a different colored, like, you know, clothing anyway.
That would have been amazing.
Instead, you'll see what I did. I'll talk about it when you see it.
Okay,
all right.
Okay, fair enough.
This lighting is so sexy, bro.
Oh yeah. Also, one last thing about, like, you know, saying like not providing storyboards and such. Yeah, definitely the peak aim direction of do whatever. Absolutely something that like we've all said before.
Oh, we've all done this. Yep.
Yeah, we need something, but I will say they're not providing storyboards there. The reason we don't do that, like because I'm the same, is that
we're basically animating the scene already.
Yeah, essentially, but they've given like how we work normally. Making a storyboard would be essentially just the equivalent of just placing the gacha characters in the first place. That's so, but yeah, for if I ever work with anyone who does tweening, then that's something good to remember, I suppose.
Well, it depends on the tweener, right? I don't. If you ever hire me, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. If you ever do that, I work best with both storyboards and a lot of description of your scene because I can't see what you see in your head. So it helps me a lot if you can give me a glimpse into there. Yes, I do not see what you see. So it's like it's super important to have storyboards because it really helps out. Most of the time I actually don't get them. It's just a lot of description, which makes sense just for the reasons you stated earlier. But yeah, there was a lot of Aidan direction being I don't know, do whatever. But like the way that we did it though is that I would cut it into chunks. So like I'd have 20 seconds of animation and I'd send that to him and he would say, "Yep, keep going," or "No, let's do this instead." And then I'd be like, "Okay," and then I'd do something called a split where I'd put lighting on top of it, meaning it's irreversible. I can't change the animation now. This is just for lighting purposes, blah blah blah. And then I do it again with another 20 seconds and then another 20 seconds and then once the whole scene's finished, I'll send the entire thing over just to make sure everything looks good and then I'll go to the next one. It's a lot of that. Whose mic is bloody crinkly? It's Jacob's, but it's fine.
Yeah, I'm looking at the audio interface right now, and I'm just making sure I haven't like nudged anything.
Yeah. Oh, here's another thing here is that the angels on either side of him. I don't like. This is a cool thing that I added is that they're using their wings to guard Abraxas on either side. It's hard to see here, but their wings are covering him from the middle there, which is supposed to show like, you know, they're protecting him or whatever, but he does have the spear with him as well. It's just, it's fascinating seeing this again a year later because it makes me think of the things that I wish I could have changed. Like, the background, for instance, it's like, what is happening? Like, what is this purple and blue background that I chose? I mean, it is cool.
It looks
like,
very 8-bit, surprisingly.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, why is it so pixely? I don't know what I was doing there. I wish I could have had the chance to like smooth it out, like with knowing what I know now with the tools that I have now, I would have changed them.
I do really like the backgrounds in the scene though, because it really does show off.
The last episode came out.
It really does show off how like ethereal the angel realm is, because the angel realm is
the colors are fine and the lighting is cool. It's just like I don't know what's going on with the trees. Why are they 8-bit?
It does give us an excuse to potentially use the one moving background in Gacha Life 2 because it's sort of a similar color scheme at some point.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yep. Yeah, two opposing forces. It's continuity. This is cool. And the phone is the wrong color. I must painstakingly fix it. Yeah, let's go frame by frame and rectify this detail that I've never described to anyone, but it's
Just
gonna
wait
bother
until,
me personally.
If and when Jacob ever gets a light motion, he's gonna discover the amazing effect called replace color, and it's gonna change his life.
I mean, I already, in an attempt to replace a color, I already discovered a technique that changed my life.
Masking.
That's how I found masking originally. So who knows? I mean, considering how much Vegas cost, the fact that I'm still able to find new things within it already is, comfort enough.
Stay.
Oh, did one of them
There, that's basically.
Like one of them disintegrated, one of them turned into a shadow.
No. They both disintegrated. Oh, hey, the mirror effect on the background is obvious. Yeah, it's happening on the left here. You can see that there's a very clear mirror effect going on. I talked about that in a previous episode of something where that's just how I extend backgrounds as I make them reflect so that it looks like it's part of the scene. But
you would
that's
have
basically
a culture because half of them get cropped out anyway.
that's it for the shotguns, guys. Hope you enjoyed.
I'm sure that the wizards that painstakingly labored over those for however long it might have been, 3 or 4 months allegedly.
We just won't talk about Helen.
We're very happy with that. Yes.
Don't worry, Helen has her 2 pistols.
My favorite part of this is actually Abraxas' reaction, or should I say lack of reaction to that. He just advances completely normally. It's like, oh yeah, I've got more of those.
Yeah, he is kind of surprised, like, oh shoot, and then he goes back to his evil stare.
It's like, oh god, not these guys again.
It does make you rethink about his stance on lack of death. Considering that's his whole raison d'etre, but I guess he already undermined that in the last finale immediately. So I guess he's always been a bit of a hypocrite.
The invisible wings.
Okay.
I see now what you meant.
Okay. I kind of think it looks cool, but when I saw the previous episodes, which was way too long after I finished this, I'm like, oh.
I mean, honestly, though, I'm actually thinking about reincorporating these into actually Helen's design.
I wish
of course you are, because now it was approved.
No, but here's the thing.
Like bare knuckles.
Here's the thing about Helen's second battle form. We haven't explored it much outside Jacob's scene. We haven't seen much of it. So
yeah, the cloud was kind of blocking some stuff.
Yeah, she wasn't really airborne enough in that form.
Yeah, really, so these may
so for all you know, the wings were there the whole time.
So these wings may just be a part of this new battle form.
I wish you the best of luck for any future scenes with her and trying to get those wings in there.
Oh no,
because definitely, editing the wings was probably one of the most painful parts for me in stop motion. Which was partly, the reason for the cloud.
That's what I'm saying, yeah. You guys have seen these wings before, actually. Not these specific transparent ones, but this wing animation I did use for Key to Her Past. So these are just, recolored and colored green and then chroma keyed. That's about it. I still really do like the wing flap animation, though. So, Jacob, if you ever need the wing flap animation, it is in my camera roll, ready to be utilized whenever you need it.
Oh my god.
I will try to remember that if I ever end up, doing another scene for I'll probably be doing a scene for eventually, Yeah, I'm gonna want to redeem myself, so yeah, definitely doing something else. Whether or not it's gonna be a flying scene, that's a whole other question, but we'll see.
Yeah, Aiden's never going to assign you a fight scene ever again.
I don't know about that. We've been talking about specifically, both of us refining our fight scenes in a different show. That was also a conversation we had after the last review.
Yes.
Fair enough.
But yeah, I will say the reason when I had the same question that you had, the reason I didn't go with this is because those wings, definitely look very angelic in nature. So I just assumed, based on everything I knew about Helen already, that she sustained herself through her magic alone, and by the powers she was given. But considering Hades' whole motif, you never know. Apparently, other people do want positive Yuri.
Nuh-uh.
Speaking of positive Yuri, the sun has said positive Yuri is definitely looking very ominous right now. That was a monumental struggle for that sword, Zach. Are you okay?
He summoned it out of the nothing. He manifested it.
I mean,
as angels are known to do and have done effortlessly in every other situation.
Miss us?
What looks cooler is this bow that also I don't believe we've seen before, but it's also very difficult to have a bow.
Yeah. I said angels.
I'm jumping now.
Oh god, I said
I'm gonna jump now.
Oh my god, don't jump. Anyways, angels do have bows and stuff. It's just something I never shown into the show up to this point.
Exactly. Yeah.
Jumping now.
Of the weapons that I would expect angels to have, a bow would be included. It's worth noting that Trevor has never summoned one before, specifically as he is a new
character
angel.
has.
But it does stand to reason that basically nearly every other angel would have used one at some point, except for
Why
Trevor.
have guns when we have arrows, bro?
I assume because angelic weapons were a concept that was developed and taught and passed down through generations, they never modernized.
Yeah, no.
That's why.
No.
It's not like in Percy Jackson where they blatantly ignore the existence of guns in most situations outside of the mist because it would otherwise make the power scaling impossible.
I love a shot. So cool.
Okay.
One of my favorite shots.
Yeet.
Portal! It goes.
And Luigi's mansion has been reversed. Oh, look at that. It's the background from the past that is exactly intact from where it was 200 years ago.
Also, Sonia and Estella.
This is the kind of thing. This is the kind of thing that I would have pointed out if you'd given this to me. It's like we've used that background. We can't have that be exactly the same.
It's like a historical town. Don't worry about it.
God, look at this lighting.
It used to be a modern town. It is now a historical town that's been preserved in its exact form.
God, look at this lighting.
Yeah, lighting.
Sonia and Estella. Yeah, you see, not everyone gets,
They get a cameo.
Well, yeah, that's another thing is that I had different designs for Sonia and Estella that Aidan gave me, and he's like, dude, this is so good. I'm like, can I show it to M? He's like, yeah, go ahead. And I sent it to M because I know that she likes these two characters. And then I'm like, look, Em, it's your characters. And they're like, why do they look like that? I'm like, what are you talking about? It's like, these are their old designs. No, go back. And then I redid the entire animation for them just so that those two designs could be accurate.
So there you go. See, that's the lesson. Bond does in fact respond to specific direction when provided with it.
Oh, it was direct, all right.
Well, it's from M.
Yes, it was more of a message to you, Aidan. But yeah.
The gates will be stable, and all death will end.
Look at his flying cape.
Yeah.
I do appreciate that, I appreciate that, I'm gonna block my mouth here so I don't have to, but yeah.
But for now, it's only fair the ghosts who have waited for so long.
Bye-bye,
for their
cape.
freedom.
Bill Cipher mentality.
Fire. Because she also has fireball.
Fireball!
I believe just mildly dodges it.
Keep in mind, this was established last episode briefly, but she does have full-on pyrokinesis naturally. That's just a natural god power she has.
The fire wolf.
She has pyrokinesis now.
Yeah, if we're going by Percy Jackson logic, that would be a child of Hephaestus power specifically. But either way, it's not impossible. Shout out to Leo Valdez, who apparently everyone hates in the fandom. I don't know. I don't mind him personally. I do like this though, the sense that there's other stuff going on around them, so we don't have to follow.
Oh my god!
Action, this implication.
The amount of ghosts, that fly in and out of the screen at all times from every direction. is a lot. Like, oh my god, the amount of layers I had, because again, it's like that's the one of the things with the light motion is that it's like one layer everything. So like for one shot, I would have
the
like
same.
I would have like, oh my god, how many ghosts like flying across every like second or so. It's like, and they all have like effects on them from their portal lighting and stuff. It's like there are like 56 ghosts in this one section alone. It's like, ugh.
Yeah, this is another thing. I double up layers when possible.
Well, yeah, I do too. They're not all animated single-handedly, but it's just still, it really adds up the layer count.
Yeah, famously actually for my season 2 episode 12, that was where I put together that 24 effects was the reason that my computer was crashing constantly during this time. Another thing
my phone crashed a lot too.
Yeah, another thing that like delayed me sending my scenes to Aidan was the fact that a lot of the time when I got into iterations, I'd like add a separate layer to apply them, and then I just increase like the render time exponentially from that. But yeah, they use those layers to well.
Trust, gang.
Yeah.
Hey, look, actual sword choreography.
I got Abraxas.
Here goes. All the teleportation effects, even a different sound effect and everything. Like, Aidan, you could have at least provided them with the sound effect of the teleportation we've been using up until this point.
There was a sound effect?
Yes, taken from Dragon Ball, actually.
Oh, nor.
Actually, yeah. So because there was a point in time where I did like the scoring and sound effects for Fallen Angels episodes. Mostly because like after I sent like one of my scenes like the remake and liked what I did so much, they was like, "Hey, can you do this now?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." So eventually, I compiled a lot of these sound effects at a certain point in the series, and then sent those over to Aidan. So there is an official like Fallen Angels sound effects folder with not background ones. Yeah, just sound effects ones and music. So.
I end up discarding a lot of that music because it got me copyright claimed a few times. So I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna fix this.
Yeah, I see. I think my
oh yeah, that was one of the things that Aidan did actually make me go back on. I'd argue that other music was still way more sick, but yeah, I get copyright is copyright.
Yeah,
copyright is copyright.
I would love to make money.
Yes. Speak of that, the song that I posted yesterday. I actually purchased the license for that beat, so I technically am allowed to put it on Spotify. So you might get your wish bone. I might actually have a song on Spotify at some point.
Yeah.
I was going to do that today, but then I got sidetracked. As part of a package, so I technically have like 4 other ones I can do.
Siren Story.
To be the demigod.
Oh my god! And then the lighting moves
They're not
from
really
like
apt for Siren
right
Story.
to left. Oh my god!
Mm-hmm.
Put Eli's stuff on Spotify.
I mean, that's a whole other conversation. I mean, yeah, Eli makes her own stuff in GarageBand. That should be no issue whatsoever. Yeah. Don't put actually. Well, if it's covers of Eli stuff, that's a whole other aspect. But yeah, they've been using.
I don't even use it.
Yeah, that's also the reason I have like. That's also the reason I didn't look into it until like Bond brought it up, is because it's because when it comes to like streaming music in general, I just use YouTube. So I've never seen it, but if it's a thing people are interested in, then why not investigate it? I don't know.
Pathetic.
It was like, yeah, the vibe was narrowly, like always like a very narrow miss for him. Abraxas playing with, I was gonna say playing with fire. I didn't even like
playing with energy.
Yeah. Oh, and there's the angel blood again. Okay, that was really cool. Like that motion there, love that. That's also a very like DBZ thing to do. There's a very famous sequence where where Mr. Satan is charging against Cell and just like smacks him into a mountain like that, just backhands him away.
At least
When Fallen Angels
no
becomes
more
Dragon Ball Z.
Fallen Angels has had a few aspects of Dragon Ball Z, mostly put in by me, including last episode.
Since it's for me to do.
Think again.
There he is.
I
Oh, the eyes are new on Alana. Okay.
expected
I guess that's ironically enough similar to Willow when her eyes, go dark.
to see you two again. Are you supposed to be the cavalry or something? I guess I have to kill you a second time.
I'm not gonna let you.
I guess I'll have to because the music kicked in and I couldn't hear it. I'm pretty sure I wrote the line, but I forgot what it was.
It's kill you a second time. Kill you a second
there we
time.
go. Yeah. Ironically enough, not an Avantras reference because it was before I got into them.
What? Oh.
Got enough souls back there. Yeah, this is why studios loop animation.
You will try.
They seem to be Orlana's eyes like further up in the frame than they normally are.
Maybe her face is from GL2. I'm pretty sure.
Interesting.
Her face being used to edit.
I think when her eyes like squinted, I guess like they kind of like moved up as they closed. Like the focal point was like further up in the center. Oh, okay. Yeah, again, depending on like how much the form is sustained by energy, that shouldn't have necessarily affected too much. But Bon, I hope you're not setting up an eye patch. I hope that's not what's happening right now.
No.
Ready for more?
You can teleport, idiot. There you go.
Boom.
I think we should go now. Right.
Oh man, I wonder if Bon edited this.
Well, I mean, honestly, not a bad job like replicating the uniforms that were thrust upon you.
Oh.
And a neat combination of angels and archangels to go against the head angels.
Oh,
Yeah.
No.
It looks like they're going
That's
to try
why
and
you
stall
ever.
us.
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Best line ever. Oh god.
Let me fix the GL2 version designs. They're so wrong. It's crazy. The thumbnail was so sad. Yeah, the GL2. I should make this as well. The GL2 400 designs that are in the server right now are outdated.
I never really had a chance to fix them. When I was debating on switching, I was debating on like altering the colors ever so slightly.
Yeah,
but then I never ended up switching because GL2 didn't have moving mounts and it was a clunky mess. So
yeah, and also part of it was the fact that like those were made like before we knew that Gacha Life 2 PC did not support online imports, so they are the online import links. Which at one point I had to actually use BlueStacks to get and then get the offline ones to transfer them onto actual Gacha Life 2. Then my computer crashed, I had to do them again. But even after that, the color schemes, the color schemes on those were slightly off. So then, thankfully, obviously the palettes there is the same as in Gacha Life 2. So I just like fixed a lot of them. So if you get those online ones to work, they are technically out of date for that reason. Maybe I should like put on the ones that I actually still have just for the sake of it. Do we not have the doc?
I never made a doc for them.
The docs you're thinking of are mostly the Mutant Girl exports.
Fallen Angels doesn't have the export doc the same.
Yeah, I think the reason that I have a doc and Aidan doesn't is because when Gacha Life 2 came out before it came out on PC was when I was working on the People Above, and that was what got all of the focus beforehand. But, well. Maybe we'll have to readjust the color scheme again if that's the case. I don't know.
What should we do? You go and help your friends.
By
the way, that was the end of my section. I hope you enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
We did. We absolutely did. Yeah.
Awesome.
Can we just always cast the line for a second before I forget about it? You go and help your friends while stats were completely still. Honestly, after your action-packed scene, this being the follow-up where one character has the same energy in the voice as the previous action scene, but not the animation, and the other one doesn't have either of them is definitely jarring.
Are you sure?
Also, again, if I'd known that about the fact that the wings are going to be still from now on, I would not have worried so much.
Yeah.
I stopped using a moving parts because you guys scared me away from that. I got scared away from that completely, and that's why I stopped using them.
It's the hair I had a problem with.
I know, but I got scared. I got so scared. I'm like, okay, I won't touch these again.
So for anyone that hasn't seen last episode, what Aidan's referring to is because a lot of the time they use them for like, for blinking or for like the swaying of the hair. For the record, assuming that the blinking is not too frequent because there were like 10 intensities.
I have blinking one. I'm blinking one on all my characters. So
yeah, fair enough. But I think like blinking 1 to 3 is probably, like a good range, personally, for anything gacha related. But regardless, like if aside from blinking, like the moving hair particularly, the reason that I also stopped using that because I at one point had that because I was going from animated poses in Gacha Life 1 to not being able to use any of them. It's like anything that can move on its own, so I can call this animation still. I'm gonna be doing this. But then eventually I was like, okay, well, this is making it far less smooth because every time that we like cut a line or pose changes, everyone jump cuts at the same time. Because it was before I started, I had at one point recorded everyone like separately, and then like put them in together. So it was still an issue where like every single person from one frame to another would be like that, and 4 niggas had the same issue for a longer period of time, and that's why we brought that up. It was mainly around the hair specifically, because if the wings are, in the air and doing what wings are doing, then it makes sense for them to be in motion. So that's definitely another exception. Especially considering especially if you're using Gacha Club.
I got so scared to use them at a certain point, I just pretty much dropped it completely. I think I stopped around like episode 5 of season 2, or maybe it was 6. I know it was like mid season 2 and I stopped doing it.
Yeah,
there's 3. I forget the exact point I stopped. I don't remember.
Yeah, I think I think we've like touched on like our 2 major editing flaws. Mine is perfectionism and yours is overcorrection.
Yeah.
As soon as I stop them all. Now go!
Mine is too much improv.
Now go! Get out of here!
Whee!
Oh.
Oh,
Don't steam it.
Guess what?
And we're back.
I did more than one section.
But she isn't.
I love this visual. It's one of my favorites. Yeah.
Level 6 fireball.
Okay. 2 things. 1, backwards hand, and 2, actually does kind of seem like a Frieza move. So again, another very Dragon Ball thing.
Spirit Bomb. Last time you mentioned Spirit Bombs casually, and I wanted to say something about this episode, but I'm like, no, I'll save it for next episode.
This seems more like Frieza's Death Ball than a Spirit Bomb, but yes. Again, for those who haven't seen like the last review, I brought up the fact that if I had more time, what I would have done is like, done the angles on Helen's like transformation in the same way that we see the Spirit Bomb being charged the first time, where you see like, like we focus on like Goku's hands actually close together and doing like the movements and then putting his arms up basically. So it's not just all like one thing. Even in the manga, actually.
I'm on fire in my laser.
Catch.
What?
One thing I would have done is probably like had her like go like a bit more like over her head rather than around it, because I'm pretty sure she would have burned herself otherwise.
Her head is bigger than her hands, so that was never gonna happen.
But yeah. For reference, Frieza's Death Ball, it'll either grows like away from his body anyway, like a sort of a separation, or he'll like summon it above him, but you'll see that it's like not touching his head or like not being sustained like Atlas holding the sky. Essentially, that would have been the other way.
Is he gone?
You think that's it? No thanks.
Nope.
Oh yeah, that scabbard is also handmade for his sword. I don't know why I did that, because they can just summon their swords, but I guess I wanted to cut down
as we
on
learned previously with Zach's effort. Yeah,
I think it's cool.
It's over now. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, but I forgot his eyes.
Enough.
No.
Oh, I thought it was giving like some sort of like sonic wave, like echo style for a second.
No,
Like, okay,
he doesn't have sonic powers.
You're done, Abraxas.
This is coming from the corner. Anyway.
That should have worked. Unless... I can't believe it. I knew it was possible, but I never imagined to see it myself. You two have an angelic bond, do you? A shame you have to die.
I'm guessing that the reason that then worked because of that is because this is sort of a way to like force an angelic bond, and through that like impose your will. Like so if there's already a bond that exists there, it can't break it. I'm guessing that was it.
Yeah,
because otherwise they would have been affected equally. But yeah,
their connection just kind of is just it's something that like connects them, but like in a weird like. It protects their mental state because they're connected constantly. I describe it. Yes.
Helen!
Helen versus Alana. I love having characters fight each other because.
So, what were you saying about Light Yuri or Happy Yuri? Yeah, I don't know.
Show your senses.
We are seeing more sense than ever.
Zach, your character arc.
Zach, no.
Once again, like Zuko at the end of book 2, and it's the end of season 2.
Alana, run.
But
now what?
I will go after her, Master Abraxas.
Good.
I mean, you're basically a hive mind right now. You don't need to tell him.
You should worry more.
Oh, I do like his wings like being like further back and rather like
about yourself.
Okay, slight thing here. I would have added like a bit more like of a bounce to the running cycle.
Yeah, this was exactly when my running cycles weren't perfected yet. They were perfected for episode 5, but not this one.
Fair enough.
This seems familiar, doesn't it?
don't do this!
Oh, that was really smooth, like the gun like clipping that. Like I've seen that before, but I'm just pointing out now because it's more
Helen?
obvious.
I love you!
And also a great way to not have to do like, back and front facing as like the shadow thing. Yeah.
And you love me!
You might want to rewind. It froze.
No, it didn't.
Oh.
That's just you.
Is my internet being buggy? Dang.
It might be.
Oh yeah, but I love the shots there though. The shots there are awesome. I know I couldn't
That's
see
just
them.
crazy. I love knowing the context now because again I hadn't seen episode 11 at all. So her saying this seems familiar, doesn't it? I'm like, oh, that takes on a whole new meaning now. Oh no.
Mm-hmm.
Me.
Please come back to me. Zach, you gotta get a hold of yourself.
I don't need to.
Oh.
And they kiss.
Zach, you're my best friend. You always have.
This is Yowie. Prove me wrong.
This is definitely where I should have like added some like extra foley of him trying to like struggle or something rather than staying there, but like a or something like that.
You always.
You would have drowned out Aidan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, that
you're like a caged animal. It's just like, Zach, I need you. You're my best friend. And meanwhile, Jacob's just doing Foley in the background. Like, just like a caged animal.
Mm-hmm.
I think the scene is just fine without it.
And I need you now.
Also, definitely Emerald Secret reference.
Alana.
They should have done feral dog. I mean, the way that he said his previous line is, kind of similar.
I can't stop myself. You need to go. I can't lose you.
I can't lose you either.
Yeah, there's definitely something going on with Alana's eyes in general, with these scenes.
The magic. She's channeling a lot of magic right now, so it's making her eyes pink.
No, I mean like her eye placement. It seems.
Oh, eye
placement.
placement.
It's GL2. It's GL2. So it's like it gets.
Yeah, I was gonna say beforehand they were like
they're
lifted
too
up
far
further
up,
up, and
that's
now
what
they're
it
close
is.
together.
Yeah. Too far up right now.
Zach?
I'm still getting used to GL2.
I can't
This
fight
is
this
the
for
first-
much
I think that was
longer.
the first character next to the other guy from Key to Her Past, the guy who just like who has powers.
Sam.
Sam? Yeah, that's it. Yeah, he was the first one I did with GL2, and like she was the second. So Like, I was still getting used to it at this point. I think I've
All right.
done, like, mastered it now, though.
Abraxas! Quickly!
I realize that I'm tooting like our own horns in terms of the writing there, but obviously like the pairing of the pairing of Adam versus Zach and Alana versus Helen was like thematically significant. So of course it had to be those two. Oh jeez. No. Wait, hold on. Did he like fall down and then get smacked in the head? What happened? Rewind. I want to see that again.
Run.
Okay, so jumps. Yeah. Okay, yeah, no, he was already falling down, and then Abraxas just like smacked him further.
He was trying to dive bomb him, and Abraxas just fully destroyed him on a way.
I think he also miscalculated his angle because he didn't like change pulse all that much.
I just wanted it to look. I wanted it to work. That was why I did it like that. He was like dive bombing like a bird.
there's also a DBZ shot that is kind of similar to that one in the Dead Zone movie, where like Kami is actually falling down, but fully vertically. Just see him like face plant into the ground, and there's like, "Hello, Goku. I'm perfectly fine. How are you doing?"
Bros,
I'm gonna
go on.
call that one. I call that one Blood Beam. Of course, very minor nitpick. I've used like a different sound effect.
Yeah, that's the end of Bomb's animations. The rest is done by me, obviously.
Yeah, very minor nitpick. But I've used a different sound effect for Alana falling on top of Adam, considering they made a different sound effect on impact. But that's it. Again, you know, the more I nitpick something, you know what I say.
Trevor! That's the end, though. That's the end.
Are you alright?
Oh, look at that. Raphael's got some passion now. Good.
I've never been better.
You have to fight him.
My sleeve is dislocated, but apart from that, I'm fine.
Why should I? It'll just make things worse.
You know, you can't stop.
Enjoy my animation.
Yes, but we can stall you and soften you up for Abraxas.
I think I forgot the wing sound effects for that one shot.
Yeah.
Oh, oopsies. I forgot the sound effects there. Ignore that, guys.
I also would have potentially continued the music from the previous scene, because you've already got the huge you know, like visual disparity anyway. Based
I
on
didn't
the two
have the
animation
files
styles.
for that, so
Then ask for them. Crazy statement.
Okay, yeah. Another thing is that the thing is that I still, for my scenes, I still like apply sound effects to them, but because I'm no longer in charge of the score, I don't tend to add music, because usually like my mentality is music always like comes last, so you can like have it either flow or fade from scene to scene once everything is all put together. So yeah, not used to people like doing like, oh yes, I'm gonna add my own music here and I'm gonna cut it like afterwards, because then you don't end up in this situation, I suppose.
Well, also Bod doing the music there also works a lot better because it gets way more synced to the animation.
True.
Because while you're animating it, it's like that one Alana's death scene. Like the whole, I think that the animation, and I think that to that. Song,
yes. I remember you mentioning that last time, and yeah, that.
Like I had that song picked up for like 2 years ish. I think it was like no, this is Alana's death song. It's in my folder. And then as soon as I got to the scene, it's like, okay, put this song in here. Okay. The scene will be synced to this song specifically.
Oh no.
What is it?
Adam and Alana are going to die. Abraxas will win.
We have to do something.
Yeah, not my baby.
I will go away, but it will have a great cost.
Oh no, someone's gonna have to sacrifice themselves. Brace yourself, Em.
What do you have to do?
But...
Tell me.
Okay.
How much longer can you last?
I don't know.
Oh, hey, there's more. Guess what, guys?
Yeah,
I did more than 2 segments. This is my favorite segment right here. There's just so much going on. Here we go.
All right.
Ready.
Oh wow, the switch, but the bow and sword switch. Yeah, see, for Adam that makes way more sense because he's had 200 years plus of training.
Levitation.
Yeah, I think another thing is like, Gacha Life 2 here, the bruise on her eye, I'm always like locked into that ever since the first ever Gacha review. It's like the lateral inversion is laterally inverting.
Nice move, Alana.
Yeah, it would have been more effective if Zack hadn't been thrown in the same direction.
You too.
Quick, freeze them again before they stand up. Oh.
Running out of steam.
Okay. Slight detail there that I really like is that the fire that Zack starts off by throwing is blue, but by the time that it reaches its origin, implying that it has cooled down. The exact same thing happens to Azula's flames, which start off as blue when she bends them first, but then eventually cool down to the regular orange to settle in.
Oh, I love that shot.
For the last
Yeah, it was very smooth.
Bro's literally a fallen
We'd
angel,
rather-
so I had to add feathers, bro.
You have to have an angel falling, yes.
Die.
Then, you've made your choice. Helen, Zack, I want you to...
What do we do now? We need orders. Give us our orders.
I think I'm pretty sure that's AFMA reference. Where it's like something. Was it Caitlyn? No, it was a Caitlyn reference. No, it was Garth reference. It was a Garth reference to Caitlyn, to Garth versus Caitlyn, I think. Where basically Garth's choking Caitlyn, and then Michael goes, "Garth, I want you to keep," and then it gets cut off by AFMA walking up the stairs. That's an AFMA reference.
Yeah, the one thing I always remember about like that is the fact that like Michael doesn't say Garth, he says Groth.
Oh yeah,
That
I
never got corrected.
forgot about that for Groth. See, AFMA doesn't always correct her VAs.
AFMA rarely. Well, see, here's the thing. Apparently, the VAs allegedly say that she's very strict on lines.
Oh.
But when it comes to name pronunciation, she let Morgan Berry say Arfmouth for all of Love Paradise and never once brought that up.
It was Lover's Lane. Lover's Lane. She wasn't in.
No. Jenna also had the same problem.
Oh, Jenna did. Dang. Oh wait, forgot you voiced Jenna.
Yeah.
Forget that.
But yeah, now that you brought it up, yeah, it didn't get fixed for Lover's Lane either.
I thought you were dead.
Not a chance.
How did you break away from my...
Yeah, we're not doing the dead mentor cliche. We have enough behind-the-scenes conversations on that one.
Nobody dies in this series.
That would be.
What do you mean?
Oh.
We just discussed how a bunch of M's favorite characters died. What do you mean? What do you mean by that?
It was a joke. It was a joke.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, no, seriously, we've had conversations about like, we're not about doing like the dead mentor cliche with Diogenes. So it's like, yeah, no.
Are doing.
Oh. Hey, that's
So,
domestic
will you
abuse.
join me again?
Yeah, there was no order for that. You just did that.
Or would you die like they will?
Oh, he's even got like the gacha barcode that we never use, but is like ubiquitous with slaps. Yeah.
I was thinking about something else.
And what would that be?
Oh, that was so April.
Exponentia Mortis.
No! This is what happens when the pacifist character locks in.
He's alive?
See, if K-Double Jr. had seen only the first episode and now this one, that would have been the moment like, yeah, no, they're together.
I was
yes.
so close!
Only in love, guys.
Oh.
For us. Trust, they're in love.
Yeah, so it's been a while, but now seeing him like collapsed here, aside from his wings being gone, what exactly has changed from his like power and influence here?
You'll see.
Okay, because he's already lamenting the fact that he was so close. So I guess he's familiar with the spell in question.
All my planning led to all this. If you stop the gates now, the consequences will be more than you will be able to handle.
We'll manage.
Okay, there we go. Yeah. See,
why did I use this effect? It's so bad.
I mean, I
yeah, exactly. It's like honestly, what?
Like
no clouds.
the spell that spell that was the spell Alana talked about last episode. and basically it destabilized him and tore him apart from the inside, and that's why he said all my planning. He was being torn apart from the inside. That's
okay,
fun.
so he could already feel
he could feel
it's
himself
happening.
being ripped apart. And now
I
he's being
see.
externally ripped apart.
Yeah, because right now he looks like that one episode where Ladybug gets pixelated.
Oh god.
But yeah. Well, so speaking of that, actually, there was like one moment as well where, like, they looked like the purple filter there. All I could think of was, Helen, I am Hawkmoth.
Oh god.
No. No.
That was really well done.
And he's dead. Ding dong, Braxis
Ding
died.
dong!
Yep. Yep, like Voldemort in the movies.
Are you back to normal?
Yeah,
I guess the issue with, like, Gacha Club, of course, not being able to, like, move the wings away from this so you can have him, like, actually hold him.
just a bit sleepy. Sorry about attacking you.
It's okay.
Again, some people are just way too casual in this episode. A bit sleepy. Sorry about attacking you. But
Yeah, I
been a bit of a
Bro, like
downer.
Abraxas, Puckasor just gave his life for these guys to be like, I'm so sleepy.
It just cuts back to Raphael and Trevor.
You didn't have a choice.
Helen, are you okay?
Yeah.
My scene never ends. I just animate the entire episode.
Yeah, I mean, you did say this is what set back at your episode by a year, so yeah, can see now.
Zach?
I think I remember like you being like requested 3 like specific ones. Oh, specific episodes, never mind. I'll be okay, Adam.
Diogenes, you're alive. I'm so happy you survived. Thank you for saving us.
I probably would have done a retake on that line. I'm so happy you survived. It's like me saying-
Diogenes, you're alive. I'm happy you saved us.
Yeah, that was almost like 3 different takes. And okay, I have used like
I don't think that was 3 takes.
Yeah, I mixed and matched takes like a lot consistently.
I don't think that was.
For all the years I've done Gacha, but yeah, that one felt like it at the very least.
I was just returning a favor.
Diogenes?
I feel well.
Diogenes, wake up.
That was a loud crash. Wow. Oh yeah, because the sword.
We need to get him help now.
Diogenes, wake up.
Hey.
So he does like the. we just love to rip off Smaug.
Okay, so that shot of Diogenes opens his eyes parallel to one of the shots in the very beginning of the season. When Adam wakes up in the Angel Infirmary in episode 1, the first shot of him waking up is a close-up on his eye as he opens
Which is silver, but it was a reference to Smaug, and that's why I brought that up.
Yeah.
Where am I?
Okay, I actually have to go. I wasn't expecting the stream to start 30 minutes later than it usually does, but I did want to stick around just that I could talk
Hey,
through my
well,
stuff.
we got through the animation, the main part you did.
Congrats on the season
through
finale.
anyway.
Yeah, congrats on the season finale, Aidan. It was awesome. I hope Jacob enjoys it. I hope everyone who hasn't seen it enjoys it. It's peak. Great job.
Yeah, everyone should
Goodbye.
rewatch it just to analyze Spawn's animation. It's so good.
I'm flattered.
I
And
really
this is
like
where I
it.
leave. Goodbye.
All right. There you go. Yeah, leave on a high note. Absolutely.
When I was editing the credits for this season, I pretty much used all like for like the characters in the animation. I used their clips from the animation. You know, when they edit the credits, it's like
Yeah, no, see that is the advantage of having the animation there is that you actively have it. Absolutely. But yeah, okay, so yeah, now I brought this up actually. Yeah, we are only about halfway through, so the rest of it is definitely going to be, it's going to be like epilogue, unless it's unless suddenly Abrax like surprise, I'm alive.
Oh my god, it's like a horror
boss
movie.
wave. Yeah,
it's like a horror movie. Like the main villain's alive. That's right, guys. Season 3, Abraxas returns.
It's like nearly every video game from the 80s. Yeah. Second boss, because why not? The one thing I would have actually changed here is probably like had Diogenes' wings, the wings be hidden right now, unless they were like werewolves and hiding them is the thing they spend their energy on. I'm not entirely clear on that in terms of
it costs energy to spawn and unspawn them.
Oh, okay, I see. Yeah.
So the action of respawning them and making them disappear is what costs energy. He last had them showing. I'm pretty sure they were showing last scene, so it took a lot of energy for them. So he hasn't actually consciously got rid of them.
Yeah, no, it's good. It did. Yeah, it was a bit on FNAF logic. I know what's going to drain the power. Having these doors closed will be affected by gravity anyway.
We love FNAF logic.
You're awake.
Yeah. What happened?
You used a spell and killed Abraxas.
But he got hurt, so we took it to the Angel Infirmary.
Oh.
And Archangel got the spear out in time. Safe to say you saved the world.
Yeah, the portal did close off screen, but I didn't have that, so... Hey, listen, they pulled out the spear and it deactivated the portal.
I'm sure they did. I'm sure that is exactly what happened.
I didn't have animation. I didn't have that part animated, so I compensated for line. I had to compensate somewhere.
Oh wait. So this was like added?
Yeah, no, the line was added to compensate for the lack of that.
Okay.
Because I think at some point in the animation, I think Zach was supposed to take it out in the animation, but I don't think they ever got part of the animation because so much was happening at that time. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to compensate with the Adam line here. That was a later post compensation.
I feel much less bad about the cloud now. Thank you for that.
You need to heal.
Weird. Thought it'd be healed by now.
Well...
By now? You don't know how long you've been out for.
What is it?
The spell was meant to be used by humans, not supernatural creatures.
Because, you know, as is obvious, supernatural creatures have far less resistance in general to spells. I know where this is going, so I know why it's, you know, why he's saying that, but the way that he phrased it...
It messed up your rest.
You're being sustained by magic. Of course it's going to affect you more than someone who isn't.
It's in a weird way.
What did it do?
Your body isn't regenerating angelic energy automatically anymore.
Meaning? Adam?
You
mean you need angel dialysis?
If you use any of your powers like healing, summoning your wings, or a sword or anything, you'll use a bit of your remaining power. If you use it all, you'll...
What?
You'll disappear forever.
I'm so sorry.
That line might have been a Code Lyoko reference. Because they say that a lot, at least in Spanish dub.
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, in fact, there was even like one episode where you know, Alita's like DNA got damaged or something, so if she deactivated one tower, she would, you know, she would disappear forever, supposedly. Remember the hair episode where I had to like recreate a whole new Aelita and basically ship of Theseus her back to life?
Oh god.
Yeah, the one time she actively succeeded in her suicide attempt.
Oh god. I hope they don't bring that back in season 5. Aelita, girl, you need to stop it. Please.
I don't think they'll... Oh, wait, you mean like the tendencies?
Yeah, I know. I really hope she doesn't try to still do that.
Okay, even if it wasn't intentional, that is unfortunately an integral part of the character.
Yeah. God.
It got slightly better in season 4, but that was also when a lot of her self-deletion opportunities were removed. So yeah, not quite. So might have been a bit of a side effect of that.
Yeah.
And in Evolution, I don't remember a single instance where that happened. Which again, you know, but that was much more that's equally shared, and she wasn't like as incredibly essential every time in Lyoko, so that's probably why again.
It's all my fault. If I was stronger, you wouldn't have had to cast that spell.
It's not your fault, Adam. I made the choice and I don't regret it. If
We
Castell
love the
honored his word.
insta-kill spell. We love the insta-kill spell. A magical creature can shoot someone with an insta-kill. Not a magical spell. A human shoots a magical creature insta-kill spell, it can normally kill them. Except for if they're like a god, or depending on how powerful they are. Depending on how powerful they are. In theory, if a spell like that hit a god, I think it would like injure them temporarily, give them a bit of blowback, but it wouldn't really do any permanent damage or kill them or do any real harm to them. permanent or anything.
I assume another thing that
lasting.
it could probably do is ground them from their godly form if they happen to be in it, and make them and
Yeah.
deprive them from its access for some time.
Yeah, it's like
That is a thing that apparently can be done, because like another series that Rick Riordan has done, outside of Percy Jackson, is the Trials of Apollo series, which apparently is inspired by the fact that like Apollo has a couple of times had to go through some time as a mortal and then had his godliness returned to him, and this has happened to be the biggest example. The way that Riordan describes that is that that there are several moments where like Apollo could actually physically die during those times. So yeah, potentially gods can strip each other of their immortality. Apparently, surprised that never came up in the Titan more. Now I think about it.
Yeah, immortal creatures shouldn't be using that spell though. That's not why the spell exists.
Of course, it's got to be mentioned by humans so they can vaporize themselves immediately.
And then my life.
To be honest, that is actually probably like the best way of doing like an insta kill spell. Have some sort of consequence for it.
Actually. A very severe consequence. The witch dies, and you have to be at least a decent witch or decently magically intuited person to do it. So you're kind of giving up all that your life for one kill, essentially.
Yeah. One of like the major critiques of the Harry Potter series, which I do have to agree with, is the fact
Avada Kedavra.
Yes. The fact that but actually, now that I mentioned it, yeah, if it had like some sort of consequence or like throwback, like I assume that someone like Voldemort, who's obviously already tethered to life, used it multiple times, it wouldn't matter that much, and that might have been like a good reason for him to be so dangerous. But yeah, if like the rest of the entire Wizarding world can just do that at will, you have to assume at some point that it's it's been brought up. I can see why it's not taught usually at Hogwarts at any point. It was only ironic enough the Death Eater that brought it up as an idea.
It's finally complete.
So in that aspect, I do stuff. I am like sure. Listen, there's no students that are like actively trying to prank themselves or hurt themselves in that way. But for the larger world, it's definitely still an issue.
The students just around all going, "You're having a time, bro," at their fellow students. It's like, oh god.
I remember the Dominic Noble video where it's pointed out they basically had like a weapon at age 11 that can kill someone with the word, 2 words technically, but that was what we said in the video. It's like, yeah, if they knew about it, that would absolutely be the case. Thankfully, no. It could have been. It's still pretty bad. It could have been far worse.
Our dream is much nearer, isn't it?
Indeed. And I owe it to you, Adam. However you were trying to prove it to me, consider it done.
Hey, Adam, we should go.
I think it was letting me like prove yourself to me because, of course, the original thing that Adam wanted was to be able to join the Doubters. Yeah, the prove it, I think, might have been like a bit of a typo or something, but yeah.
Go where?
The spirit's going to be used to open the gate and free Thanatos. They're going to need help cleaning up the earth after Abraxas set all those souls free. And we decided we'll lend a hand. I talked to Castiel. He said I didn't need a help, but I think I should for a while. Plus, I need a new goal now.
In that case, I wish you luck.
Yeah, it's true. We've got to keep the show going. It needs something else to do.
Thanks.
Oh, don't worry. There are problems on the horizon.
Oh, absolutely. Well, I mean,
big problems. Oh no. You guys, you better be happy while you can. It won't last forever.
Yep. I was like that was an easy flick right there. see if you'd had the pulse animation, it could have had emerged from that in theory, but yeah.
Thank you to you all for saving me. The Angel Society and even the Doubters worked together to bring one of the world's greatest perils to an end.
I think I debated whether or not to make him like sound like much like weaker or like drained or something, but he wasn't technically like deprived of his energy. He was just trapped, so he wouldn't have like those kind of effects. That was my.
He was just in Minecraft spectator mode. That's all.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, basically, what Abraxas was trapped in. So yeah, he wouldn't have like wasted energy. That was my thought process when recording that.
I was wrong about the Doubters. I know everything that went on, and I agree with Castiel about leading an open debate regarding our methodology.
Mostly because I
debate?
don't want to deal with more consequences to my actions because Abraxas was because of my negligence. And I'm not going through that again.
Which some know to be millennia overdue. I shall raise the matter with Lord Hades forthwith. But first, let's get those souls to where they belong.
It's always great when you can write your own lines in the recording and record them later. That's probably one of the reasons people like Emil so much, is because I was able to just like write his dialogue and then immediately bring that to life in a way that I'm like, I know exactly what I need to do for this character here. There'll be no compromises
I'm
needed.
so excited to circle back to People Above eventually, though, because I am excited to circle back to that eventually.
Yeah, well, I mean, according to what we discussed before, maybe Alpha Academy might come sooner.
Oh, yeah.
For now, at least.
Oh, yeah, there's more people here.
Didn't
quite realize that.
They're on a
We
stage.
still have
They're on a stage.
Okay, but I mean, yes, all of that's true. But you can have a stage without having to set them like this.
He made a big speech to what? Castiel and Ralph? That's it?
Well, honestly, the way that I sounded there, it could have been either way, where it just could have been like an actual, I guess because Stanton's not really like, a projecting type of character anyway most of the time, so it came across to me like a normal conversation.
I had Jacob edit this background because I need a background.
Oh, that's true. I did contribute visually to this. I forgot about this part.
Anyways.
Yeah, I made a couple of like different phases of it because you said put like scaffolding. So I thought, okay, well, this might be like they're building something here. So let's like have different levels of different amounts of scaffolding. So I just gave myself once again. I gave myself more work for no reason.
Hey, Sally.
Trevor, I missed you so much.
I missed you too.
Okay.
Again, the voice acting in this.
Do Sally.
So you're one of those angels people talk about so much?
Yeah, the voice acting here isn't great. But I will say, animation-wise, Sally was a pain in the butt to animate because I edit Ghost to be like moving around constantly, like they're constantly floating. So I pretty much had to float her around in circles constantly. Her whole this whole minute-long scene essentially, I had to keyframe her for a whole minute just floating around at several points.
Does your editing software not allow you to copy and paste keyframes?
Yeah, that's kind of what I did.
Oh, well, in that case, it should have been fairly straightforward then. If you keep like selecting and copying them overall, you can keep looping.
No, I don't have like a loop set. I just kind of go with the vibes of where she goes.
I see. That explains why it's more complicated to do.
That's why it's more complicated, because I go with the vibes.
See, because like the floating is sort of similar to how I do like swimming scenes. Going back to season 3 of Beauty and Go like that, like the opening scene actually had like a lot of like bobbing up and down the water. And partly also whenever the ones are in a pool later, to minimize this, I act them like hold on to the side for that reason. But yes, if they're bobbing up and down in water, actually those are usually like two maybe 3 keyframes that I've copied and pasted over and over again, which would be a similar principle to this, where yes, you've got the added dimensions like going back and forth as well as up and down, sort of like DVD loading screen style. But even then, if you copy paste and select that and then copy paste that, and you have like double like the amounts, and they keep doing that, eventually you'll end up with like the loop that you need.
Really missed you.
I missed you too.
Do you know what I've been up to?
Yeah, you've kind
And then of course, you have the issues of like, you understand like my my pain now of editing a scene with all these details in it, knowing full well that some of it's going to be cut away from.
It's like I spent all this time editing her, and she's not in some frames. No.
Yeah.
And it's been talk of the town. Or, well, under construction city.
Yeah, it's great that they're working on Asphodel and making it good.
I agree.
Sally, I came here to say...
I know.
Huh?
You want to move on with your life and live it and have adventures and maybe even fall in love again.
Yeah,
So animated!
Then go for it. I think I'll do the
Yeah, I think she's shuffling more back and forth than most spirits that we've seen thus far. It sort of works.
same.
Thanks for understanding.
Hugs.
If you're ever in the underworld, don't be afraid to visit me.
I won't.
Goodbye to Sally.
She's still like floating backwards now.
So, I've been thinking about working on my relationship with my father.
Oh?
Yeah, I do love him, but, you know...
Well, that sounds like a
I got a whole new power set right now. I need someone to mentor me through it.
great idea.
Yeah. Do you think things will get better?
Yeah, if Thanatos,
I mean, they can't get worse.
then any god can.
You obviously haven't met Zeus, but maybe you can meet my father.
That was absolutely a me line.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, Thanatos was the face of a revolution and then trapped for like what, 9 months? Trapped for like 9 months, potentially for eternity, for all he knew.
Yeah, I think the reason that
So-
Zeus is so difficult to change is because he delegates so much that not much affects him personally.
Yeah.
Maybe when I know he won't smite me on sight.
True.
Hey.
Speaking of meeting the parents, these are my moms.
Like they don't rush up to hug or anything. I guess they've already like reunited. I assume.
They all reunited off screen. They're at like this giant outdoor party that Adam's hosting near the cabin.
Yeah. Also, the staging of that, what I would have done is like as they were like walking up, then have Alana say like here they like, you know, these are my moms, rather than like having them walk into position like a stage play and then like boom, 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 boom. And speaking of that, here they are. Enter my moms.
Hello there.
It's nice to meet you.
So, is this your cute girlfriend you told us all about?
Mama, stop!
Okay, that needed like a little bit like a faster cut.
Stop, you're embarrassing me!
Or potentially a wider shot so we could see Alana's like actual reaction. That would have worked.
I'm so glad you're with her. She speaks to the world of you.
Thanks, ma'am.
Yeah, like that, exactly.
Call me Mom.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, it's just been a while since I've called anyone that.
Are you alright?
Yes, I just need to make a phone call.
Set up for the future.
Speaking of family, someone's got a sister to talk to.
Oh, that's right. I'll talk to you later, Alana.
Doesn't seem so excited about that. It's like, oh, that's right.
Well, Moni is a very chill voice, so
No, that is very true. Yeah, like if not directed otherwise, she will definitely default to. I remember that she actually said that that if she'd known that that Jill was a mum beforehand, she would have given her a different like voice, like give like more like a mum voice. To which I have to wonder, how can you read her dialogue in the first episode and not know that? But anyway,
yeah. I mean, she's pretty obviously a mom, but you know,
yeah, I don't know what that was about. Might have been a case of, you know, we do provide our actors with the full scripts, so it might have been a case of, you know, zoning in your own. But yeah, for Johnson, that would have no, I don't think she would have done that. That'd been agreed with because I've given her theater training. That doesn't make any sense. Anyway, for here particularly, yeah, a little bit more of a direction, a little bit more of a oh, that's right, rather than like, oh yeah, that's right, yeah. All right, guys, I'll talk to my annoying sister then.
Wow.
I guess that's sort of, now I'm saying that does kind of make sense for those two.
Aunt Karis. And it was good.
Imagine growing up with Mrs. Dysart in your house.
I'm meeting Helen too.
I'll pass the message on.
Quack, 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 quack. Hey.
Hey, Karis.
Speaking of,
Hello, Jill. It's good.
Oh wow, Sophia that's had a huge growth spurt in those months. Technically, that did actually happen to my youngest cousin at one point. I was like, wow, you went from like here to here. What happened there? But but still, given that she's meant to be like, what was it, like 5 originally?
She was 6.
Okay, so
She's
she's 6 or 7 right now. Insert meme. And if that's the case, then she's going to be a basketball player when she grows up.
She's gonna be a tall girl. Listen,
when she further grows up, I should say. Yeah, she's going to be an actual tall girl, and not Jodie from the movie.
Oh God. Ugh.
Yeah, you too. Aw, I see Sophie came back from staying with your dad.
I read the name wrong. Sophie. It's Sophia, but Sophie.
Yeah. That's the other thing, is that getting Roy to do redirections is difficult, because getting hold of her sometimes is difficult.
I'm staying with mommy over the summer.
Oh yeah, KW also voices Sophia now. She voices Sophia.
What was her reaction in the watch party?
I wasn't there. I only got to tail end, unfortunately, because I was busy. It was sad, and it's whatever.
Okay.
I missed you.
I miss you more, mommy.
No.
She's wearing an orange kimono now.
I just realized, yeah, Kenny went from voicing one Dysart to another in that case.
No, I did.
Well, I mean, it's less than elongations, so that's something.
That's true. Yeah, that's not a genetic thing. That's just
you do have to do the child voice, but besides that, it's a lot simpler of a role.
Yeah, I do wonder if she actually would dress like him. I think you know what, at this age, yeah, she definitely wants to imitate her mum a bit more. That's the perfect Mrs. Dysart laugh right there. Wonderful.
Guys, want to make some cookies?
Yes.
Oh, that sounds wonderful.
So, Trevor, how was seeing Sally?
It was alright. I'm really happy they're improving aspects.
Oh no. Zach's doing a Noah. He's inherited the Nova curse.
No, they're all hanging out. They're all hanging out, man.
And look, he's facing the right direction this time. So I'll give you that.
The boys are hanging out.
That place always freaked me out.
It was a little freaky.
So, what's next for you, Trevor?
To help people from supernatural creatures. Your plans?
I don't know. But for now, I think I want some...
I mean, you don't know. You literally declared your plans to Diogenes. Last scene you were in.
Time to think of what I want the rest of my afterlife to be.
Well, besides, that's a short-term goal. Short-term. He's talking long-term.
Okay.
Got a store to look after now as well.
Maybe you'll find someone to date.
Maybe. I'm sure someone's out there for me.
See, with Gacha Life 2, with Gacha Club, I mean, it was like darting of the eyes for a second and looked away.
Maybe I should set you up with someone.
I'm sure I can find someone on my own.
Sure you can, you baka.
You don't believe in me? I'm amazing. I could find love. Well, Adam can find love.
Baka?
Don't ask.
Oh,
right.
God.
I'm gonna go get some drinks.
You'll have fun with that.
You think there'd be drinks on that table behind them, but I guess not.
I'm going to talk around the party.
Yeah, see someone else. Yeah, talk around the party. You're off in a corner, apparently. Everyone else is just off screen again.
Well, it's like this whole field is covered with tables and speakers and fun things.
Yeah, which, by the way, this is yet another non-diegetic music party scene that you have. So it does go back to running with you a little bit.
Hey guys.
You can't tell me that the speakers are playing this music. That's way too calm.
I love Ava's outfit in this, but she only wears it for this one small scene. But it's a really cute outfit.
You know that you can. You this is your show. You can put her in it again if you want to.
Yeah, but I also don't like reusing outfits too much. Okay, so one thing I've been meaning to talk about is Ava this season. Okay, so when I initially started making this season, I brought Ava back in a different dress than she was going to wear the whole season. In episode 7 onwards, I was going with that design. But then, right with episode 7's production, I think that was around the time of Gacha Plus and stuff, and I was thinking about making a Gacha Plus themed dress. I eventually abandoned Gacha Plus, but it's the whole thing.
Yeah, we kind of both did. Yeah.
Yeah, but as the season went on, each episode I ended up putting her in a different dress, and it pretty much just made a thing where it's like she's in a new world and she's trying to find out what she likes in this new world. So she's just trying on various dresses and various different outfits and accessories each episode, pretty much.
It does make sense. She comes from a time period where there wasn't like as much of a choice as there is now.
Yeah. So I've pretty much been playing around with her outfits this whole season. Like pretty much every major appearance.
There's actually another thing. There's there's a miraculous fan comic called Scarlet Lady. I don't know if you've heard of this or not. But it's essentially essentially a what if scenario if for some reason like before Marinette could like figure out like what like the box with like the earrings was in her bag or whatever, like Chloe steals it and gets it for herself, and then Chloe has to become the Ladybug Miraculous holder. And what happens in that one actually is like in the first issue they are all dressed in like the exact same like designs that they had before, but then for like every other subsequent episode from that point onwards, everyone gets like different outfits for each like different day. So like sometimes you'll be like, oh well, there's like a really great outfit for this character here. It's like, oh no, we're going to see it again anymore because now it's a different issue. Oh man. So I guess it is kind of like that, but the trade-off is that you get the potential for another outfit later on that you're going to like just as much, if or potentially more. That's nothing I love about Witch actually as well. Witch is similar in that regard, where there's no like one outfit design, at least not in the magazines. I forget if like the TV show.
I'm sure in the TV show they streamlined it to pretty much be one outfit or a set of outfits. It's
been a while, yeah.
Because I wouldn't be surprised because like then they have to redraw a whole model sheet and like have to pretty much be like, okay, animators, this episode we're using this new design for this character. You know, I'm sure they didn't always want to go through
normally I wouldn't begrudge that decision, but because of that being like one of like the major selling points of Witch, that's definitely and that's definitely like an adaptation negative. If that is the case, I gotta rewatch it.
Yeah,
that's not the reason why I don't usually I don't usually like go for like a default. Well, I don't like to do like go for default outfits until you convince me actually in terms of Gacha, because it makes it easier for like when you're retroactive making thumbnails or something, which is
or you have multiple editors and you don't want them editing a whole scene of wrong design.
Yeah, but for someone who is just doing like a random a Gacha series like on their own essentially, then varying up the outfits makes complete sense, especially because Gacha was designed first and foremost as a dress up game.
Yeah. Also, Ava in the second scene, we saw her like her battle outfit was pretty much her training outfit, but she has armor on her knees, her shoulders, and she has like a short black jacket. Like that's the main difference. And her hair is up, because one of the things to do for her battle when she fights people is she normally puts her hair up, unless she's doing it on the fly. Like last episode, she did it on the fly, which she didn't really have time to change her dress out and stuff. So she kind of was just fighting in her like day clothes with her hair down, because it's a very spur of the moment thing. In comparison to her potentially having to fight people in this episode, where she like got ready just in case.
Yeah.
Guys,
so yeah, completely makes sense for her.
How are you two?
We're good.
Yeah, I think the future is looking bright.
Mom, what's on your mind?
Swords.
Okay, that would have been a good moment to do like a close up. Otherwise, it's a bit of like an awkward pause for everyone.
What?
Not that you didn't get those at parties, you 100% do, but for a series, it's not particularly dynamically interesting.
Yeah. Could you keep training me to use a sword?
Sure, only if I'm moving it after.
It's a deal.
Hugs.
We'll see you soon. Love you, Mom.
Hey, who did you call?
Oh,
My mom.
Well, I called my mom, so I'll
Yeah.
see her soon.
That's great. Spending time with moms is the best.
Yeah, you should meet her sometime. She'd really like you.
Sure, that would be nice. Helen,
Yes?
you know, you're really something special.
And that would have also probably needed more of a pause if it says like Helen.
Duh. Prophecy.
Okay, yeah, but it's also Shorty, and it's kind of hard to get a hold of them.
Oh, so like the recording was like
Yeah,
okay.
it's kind of hard to get a hold of them, and honestly, right now I'm
Yeah.
struggling to get a hold of them right now, and I kind of need to talk to them about along those lines and something else, but
makes sense.
that's a future aid problem.
I mean it.
You are too. I love you, Alana.
It's because like she's paradoxically like, you know, our longest standing VA, but also like, that was difficult to access, and just like, you know, eventually results come in as they have done before, but it's a grueling process.
I love you too, Helen.
Alex.
Hey, what's on your mind, Adam?
Just think, this whole
I do wonder if that scene would have because like, you know, this both feature Alana, if it would have been better served if there was either like more of like a transitional shot between to show the passage of time, or like Alana just like actually walks off and joins them. We follow that process. I don't know.
Yeah, this is technically like 2 to 3 minutes later in universe.
Okay, then yeah, passive time option.
Now things are better. I just wish we didn't lose so many people to get here.
You're not the only one.
You know, for a while I kind of resented you doing that. Once I took the time to realize how many tragedies came about, just so I could continue to live. You know, survivor's guilt and all that.
I see that now.
Yeah, that's one thing as well about this is like, you know, survivor's guilt is definitely a running theme with Alana because it kind of has to be.
Yeah.
It almost made me think. Abraxas was right for a bit. Maybe taking the most extreme action to rectify injustice was the only way to go forward. Do what you can, you know?
Pretty sure you just described me there.
I mean, a little bit. This is one of those like, you know, this is one of those like the classic like season 1 moments, you know, the philosophy behind the series that we haven't seen as much of, during the Abraxas plot itself. Even though Abraxas is definitely the more extreme version of Adam, putting him in the middle of the ideologies rather than as the direct opposition to the authority of the angels, the angel council as a whole. So yeah, like so going back to this towards the very end, it's definitely one of those things where it's like a very difficult to say like yes, going to extremes will often garner results, but then the question becomes, does the end justify the means? And in the case of extremism, the answer is rotundly no. And that's why the Doubters had such a difficult process before them, because they tried to be entirely peaceful and it took somebody else. So it's definitely it's not like an easy answer to come to.
And especially for Thanatos, it took showing someone much worse than Diogenes and the Doubters to realize, hey, maybe I need to rethink my strategy. To actually have a proper, to actually give them perspective on, maybe these people who are quote unquote crazy aren't actually that crazy crazy, and maybe I should at least hear them out before someone takes advantage of that and does stuff that goes way beyond what even they want to do.
Yeah, if nothing else, it does at least show like how exactly someone can get corrupted to the point of inciting extremism. and then actually, but still their message persisting. Because this goes back to something I said like in early season 1 actually. I was originally very skeptical of the concept of Abraxas in general, because for me, fallen angels at the time, kind of like made a marking for itself in the fact that there was no real antagonist. There was just a conflict of ideologies, and especially in a gacha series, that was exceptionally rare, if not downright non-existent at the time. So yeah, once eventually it was like, yes, I want like a much more like clear-cut bad guy. It was only once I rationalized like, oh yeah, this director, we can like take this idea and like why he wants to go and wants to do this, because again, another slightly borrowed aspect from Rick Riordan there. Because yeah, like those one Heroes of Olympus story was all about like opening up and close the doors of death. So when you like mentioned a portal, I was like, yes, here we go. It ties into the theme a bit more.
Yeah.
So and now having like seen all of this and like coming to like the end of that character's like yeah, it absolutely worked out. It was 100% like the correct go. I get them. I can understand why like my past self like had those doubts. But now that we've got here particularly, and we've got to that point, then yeah, that's something that could be discussed. If anything, if it's someone wants to rewatch this episode for any reason, I would recommend like posting a comment on like what you think. Actually, do an Everly actually. Expose like your deepest like ideologies. Without any prior warning whatsoever, and risk getting cancelled for them. Go ahead, I dare someone. Remember to send this to Everly or something, and say that. It's like, yeah, you know what? Once you get around to this, watch this if you're brave enough.
Yeah.
I have recommended Fallen Angels to her on like multiple occasions, so it's gonna happen.
The thing especially about season 1 and 2, especially, is I would find season 1 and 2 essentially have like, if you put them together, have pretty much like a pretty complete arc for like the Angel Society and development. Obvious, like season 2. I'm gonna say this now. Season 2 is written to be a possible finale. Do I plan to make the finale? No, I have like a mini series in the works that expands more on stuff going forward, and there's other stuff I want to do season 3 and stuff. But season 2 is written to be a finale. Do I normally prescribe to the idea of every finale gotta feel like it could be in the end of a show? Not really, because then I feel like some of the best finales, in my opinion, I've seen have set up a next season and set up a good jumping off point with their ending. Like we mentioned
the critiques of Miraculous.
We mentioned
from people.
We mentioned Avatar Book 2 earlier, and I think that finale is amazing. And without that kind of like amazing ending, like that amazing ending, like really like beats the ending of Book 1, which felt not closed really per se, but like it ends on a more concrete note with Book 1. I would describe like there's more story, but it's like, yeah, here's where we are narratively.
Yeah,
versus...
it's definitely still on. It's definitely still ongoing, but it doesn't like give you like the edge of your seat in the way that Book 2 does. Which actually, I'll say this: Avatar Book 2 mirrors The Empire Strikes Back in that aspect, because which is ironic considering that Ozai is voiced by Mark Hamill of all people. But
wait, he was I did not know that. Oh my god.
Oh, well, there you go. According to Dante Basco, he didn't know either until he was in the recording with him. It's like, oh yeah, we're gonna bring in Mark today. Oh, fantastic! The actor's name is Mark. Okay, cool. I'm hyperbolizing a bit there. But yeah, like Empire Strikes Back, it actually does mirror things, because you have the main character abandoning a point of training, evading early, and they not being prepared for the confrontation, losing in some way important physically, and then having to flee the scene, and the enemy being at their they're having like achieved a major victory and seeming more dangerous than ever before. So yeah, all of those things. I'm pretty sure that's what they were going for there.
Yeah. But like for me, finales that end on a note where it's like the future is uncertain, it's a big dramatic moment, we don't know where we're gonna go from here. Like those finales really do hit for me. Obviously, this is an open shut finale, and I do think it's important for a show if you not know if you're gonna continue to have that. But also a finale like that does leave in my opinion, a larger impact when you think about the finale as a whole, in comparison to just open and shut finale where it feels like, yep, okay, the story's over, probably, maybe, it's probably over. It's like,
Yeah, for a show like The Mutant Girl, I do write every season finale as if it could be the end of the show. Like it would be a satisfying conclusion, but it also does not. There is like one finale for like a season that's not this one that is definitely not intended as the end, but that's the exception. Every other one is just like, if I end up not continuing the show, then I'll leave them on something here.
Yeah, it's not like you're gonna end the story on Julius being hit by a car and being in the ICU as Morwenna watches him, his heart monitor slow down slowly, unknowing if his heart monitor is gonna stop and the finale just cuts there.
No, that's just the reverse of Little White Lie, where we get like Nick Lang's character reviving at the end. Yeah. All right, but yeah. I don't. We're talking like the video's over. It absolutely isn't.
Yeah, it's almost over. We're at the tail end.
I guess that's why Daltonese never chose me before. I was on his radar, but I never saw why he took such a peaceful approach all these years.
Yeah, this is also another thing. Adam's impulsivity at the start of the series, and now that he has had to be a leader himself, the opening of this scene of this episode alone showed him actually planning things out and thinking things through a lot more than he's done in the past.
Don't beat yourself up. You're young.
Cat drugs.
You're only 290 something.
Like Adam's major thing this season was leadership and him stepping into it. Obviously, if we go back to episode 6, we have a major head there. After season 1 where he assembled a bunch of people and bonded with them, essentially to take on the leadership role. In season 2 when everyone was essentially kind of fractured after the end of season 1.
Yeah, see, this is why I've never agreed with Monet's interpretation that in season 1 Alana was the main character and not Adam, because yes, Alana fills the role of there's a role of
audience surrogate.
Yeah, of an audience surrogate of the underdog protagonist,
the everyman.
Think, but yeah, exactly. And has, at least towards the beginning of the series, a much more pointed emotional arc as he's getting used to everything. You can definitely see a YA novel, for example, going this
living with saved by my angel.
yeah, something like that. We go from Vampire Diaries to Angel Archives. There you go. and a romance plot, and there you have it. Prince itself. But no, it was always Adam who was actually driving the plot forward. He is the active protagonist, setting all these things into motion, and the domino effect of everything that's come from his actions and his impulsivity towards the beginning. We wouldn't have got to this stage right now if it weren't for his decision in the first episode. Everything is a result of that. So
everything's a consequence of that.
Yeah. Yes, and he's definitely, fully aware of that. And that's again another thing he's had to deal with, and is doing his best to fix, which is also why he wants to help with the soul situation. He's making up for his mistakes, which is a very common theme in our D&D stuff as well.
Besides, he learned from you. We all did. No one's ever gonna always do the right thing or think about the consequences of their actions. But you proved you can make the best of a bad situation and learn from your mistakes. The end may not justify the means, but since we're here...
Yeah, see, I knew that was going to come up in there.
let's not look back, okay?
Sounds good to me. Let's make the
Yeah, so with this, we're definitely not saying that this is like the only way forward. This should have happened in this exact way. It's more of a case of saying, now that it did, what
it
do
happened.
we do from there?
We can't fix that, but we could change how we react and
yes,
what
can we take forward from here?
world better.
Where do we go from here? God,
Yeah,
Buffy
it's like how a lot of modern inventions and advances happen because of war. War is obviously one of the most terrible things to ever be conceived. The point is more so what do you take away from that now that you have these things? What is there to be done?
And that's the end. Okay, so we can watch the credits in a minute. But one thing about the scene I love is, again, it goes back to Adam and Alana's relationship, which is one of the major defining parts of the show, which is just their friendship and their connection together. It's just a major defining part of the show. One of my favorite parts to write and deal with.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, overall, this season has been a pretty crazy ride for me because the season I kind of did a lot because you had the introduction of a psychotic archangel, you had a mind-controlled Diogenes who essentially worked as a villain for a majority of the season. You had an episode where there was trapped in a sitcom. You also had a mind control fight between Alana and Helen and Zach and Adam. And then you also had Helen and Alana getting together. Tommy came back. Abraxas. Luna died. And Ava came back to life. A lot happened this season, story-wise and drama-wise.
Which is great for a season 2 because you want to elevate things and you want to take them further in some way. You don't want to play it too safe. Otherwise, what's the point of a second season in general? It would just be an extended version of the first.
And we got
I think you mentioned in season 1, your original objective was to introduce the world and all these different things. That's why there's so many talking scenes about the mechanics and history of the angels, to get all of that stuff out of the way and then probably dive into it. Not an approach that I would recommend to anyone. But like I just said right now, you go through the negative aspects. If something had happened, you can't change it. What positive to take from there? Well, I guess the answer is season 2 as a whole.
To be fair, I made angel lore so complicated though, or so much more complicated. You have the angel's backstory, angel world backstory and their powers. I made it a lot more complicated, and that was kind of where I was at. I wanted to make this complicated. I love complicated lore. But yeah,
my issue with it was not as complicated because especially because people were comparing this to the Mutant Girl lot because it's the same two people.
Yeah, I wanted people to be able to understand it, so that's why I tried explaining it best I could throughout the storyline.
Yeah, I get so like I said, I understand the reason, the motivation behind it.
Although the unfortunate part is I don't think people cared enough to pay attention to the explanations in this show as a whole, or cared enough to invest themselves in it to actually soak in the explanations, because I've had moments where people have been like, oh yeah, wait, that's a thing. It's yes, that was explained. That was explained rather thoroughly. So yes.
At the time, we sort of attributed that to people, most of the people who are watching Fallen Angels already having watched the Mutant Girl and been used to that approach. I think a lot of people who watch the Mutant Girl, don't watch didn't watch other Gacha series beforehand or after that. So it was a bit of an oddball situation in that sense. We sort of attributed to that a little bit. Now, having seen how that going through season 2 and how much that changed, I think it was more so because of how it was executed. Because like I said, I understand the motivation of wanting to explain all of that and set all these things up particularly, and go to the complicated aspect. I just think that it wasn't particularly done in an engaging way that people were going to care about.
Fair enough.
Yeah. because as soon as you get into like all these action points, as soon as like all that's established, and you get like it gets to like how this series, how this show has evolved since then, you get much more of an investment behind it, and a lot more people properly invested, you know, and seeing it for the unique show that it is, and in quite a few cases, you know, preferring it to the Mutant Girl, which is fantastic. It's not just Maya because of the amount of gay ships compared to the Mutant Girl itself.
Yeah,
You know,
there's
much
like
more of a profound reason behind it.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things though, I'm really against like super soft magic systems. I didn't ever want to feel like lore wise I was essentially BSing my way through angel powers and angel lore to the audience.
We'll Bond scenes.
You know, because I didn't want to be like, oh yes, angels also have this power. Oh yes, this thing that's never been brought up before. This is actually an integral part of angel culture that I have never brought up before. Guys, trust me, this was all planned. Trust me. Even if it was planned, it would still feel like it came out of nowhere because I didn't set it up in any way.
You know the way that now think about this now. You know the way that could have been put out like a possible alternative. Would be Cherub's Tale. Nobody didn't conceive that until, you know, like
that was post season 1.
Yeah, so but yeah, if you had something akin to Cherub's Tale, that was thrown in there, then yeah, that would have but also extended it so you don't just like, you know, have, you know, fast track the main character into an immediate first mission within like 30 seconds of being in a school. You know, if you don't do that, then you would find to, you know, use like the school environment to its advantage, which is one thing that I also intend to do for Outwatch Academy. Like next episode has been fully written for years now. You know, is part of like, you know, addressing like one thing that they can do, but there's absolutely going to be more. So
but this also like part where it's like 12 episodes for a season can be kind of constricting when you have to address like one or two things per episode. That is the problem with more limited seasons like this. I'm kind of struggling with season 3 because like I kind of want to have it be a lot more episodes, but I'm like, God, that's gonna make it take ages. But I still think it'll be worth it in the end. But it's like, dang, there's so much like character work and like some story stuff I really want to tackle in that season, especially. Yeah. But it's like so many episodes and so much to tackle, which like, God, it's going to be like 16, 17 episodes. It's going to be a lot of episodes.
I think that's probably what Prism feels about in terms of the Guardians now.
Yeah.
Half of season 2 of Guardians is actually, you know, backstories and explanations now I think about it. So yeah, I guess that's probably why.
Yeah, well, they're whole flashback episodes, and if I did whole episodes explaining aspects, it's like, oh God, that's a lot of episodes.
Yeah, if you had like one, maybe two, or like certain, or like made it like a theme in the first season to have some flashback moments to introduce these ideas and these powers and concepts, and then apply them into the present, that might have been like, you know, more engaging structurally.
Maybe. But also season 2, I did just describe it earlier, but season 2 is also super packed as is, which I don't even know if I could stuff more stuff into.
Oh yeah, I'm talking more about season 1 in terms of like the expositional issues. Season 2, like the good about that was like, because everything's already been established at this point, or like everything that needs to be established before that's been done. So you're able to like, you know, focus on the drama of it.
I have like
that's why it works so much better.
Like in my initial planning for this season, there was like a whole thing where Braxton had to collect his power through orbs across the world, and that was like a regain some of his power that
you love your collectathons so much.
I do love my to be fair, collectathons are like the easiest way for me to write a season-long narrative.
Did you play much Mario growing up? Because I mentioned this briefly before. No.
A little bit, but not collectathons. I was like more of a Mario Galaxy kind of person.
Which is itself definitely a massive collectathon, so that's
I guess. But for a season-long arc, it's really hard to not have it be a collectathon because, you know, you can't have your main villain be able to execute their plan immediately.
Yeah, so I guess
that's just the movie.
The compromise of the broken spear came from.
Yeah, so it's like, no, Spear's broken, and that's why it takes 12 episodes for his plan to come together. So it's not like episode 2, episode 3, Abraxas tries to end death immediately. Because that would be a very short season. And again, it would just be a movie at that point, which it's kind of hard writing a season arc in that regard, because like I had to invent ways to have the story actually exist longer than, dead in a few episodes.
Yeah, that's a fairly poignant question, actually. That if the only other alternative I would have thought of would have been to have to because you introduce like the concept of Braxis and or to the main characters in like the second to last episode rather abruptly. But if they had like more of a build to like putting him together and then like his return being the final step of the plan. But that would have also undermined like the kidnapping of Alana, the direction of Tommy and Ava and everything. So that would have been a whole different show at that point. Not necessarily a better or worse one. It's just it's been very different to what we got right now.
Like this season, like
people love what we got now.
Yeah, this season, like I made a lot of subplots for it. You had like the Tommy and Alana subplot. Then you had like the Zach subplot with me and Julia. You had the subplot with Ava. You had subplot with Harvey. That was a whole subplot. What else?
Trevor and Luna.
Yeah, Trevor and Luna had that whole subplot. Like there were a handful of subplots throughout the season that got resolved either earlier in the season in case of Trevor and Luna. Or got resolved in the previous episode or this episode, essentially, like tying up as many as possible, but still leaving them open to expand upon in the future.
Yeah, that's like the one. That's like the one one major issue that a lot of writers run into is closing character arcs so effectively that there's no other room for the character to grow. I think the reason that I was so shocked about Bond saying that Zach was his favorite is because like Zach is very close to being that, because he's mellowed out so much to the point where his role is mostly supportive now. Not to say there's not much to do with him later, because
I have future plans for Zach, but
100% yes.
Zach was kind of a pain point in this season for me because I didn't have too much for him. In the early season, we had him learning about his human past, me and Julia. But beyond that, he doesn't have much of an arc or much of a story going on beyond Adam's support. And that's in general minor issue with it, on the basis of there's so much going on in the season. I don't really know what to do with Zach at that point, because Zach's whole arc was in season 1, and we're kind of got him to a good place. But it's like, where do I take him from now? Where do you take him from now? And I do know where I'm taking him in the future, but that's next season. So
there are some ways that we've logically gone to, and that obviously have all been written down for this. So for this season, it's not apparent yet, but it will be. But for everyone else, there is like those little aspects that are open, because honestly, people in general, there are so many other different ways that they can all grow. If you the more flaws or more room for a character growth you can give, the longer you can keep that idea going for. Or even potentially, there's sometimes negative character arcs. Those happen too sometimes.
Yeah, Key for example. Key went crazy and died.
Yep. Yeah.
And now they have to do.
I was gonna say like Azula, but not the die part.
Now they have to deal with the consequences of Sam. But that's future them problem too. Sam's also gonna be a problem. If it wasn't obvious from the ending of episode 9. Future problems.
I mean, yeah, you got. They've got Sam and the Souls. Sam and the Souls.
We have two future problems that the characters have yet to deal with currently.
Yeah. And they're definitely like much like lower stake than before, but that's also by design, because season 3 is supposed to be lighter,
more character driven. It's lighter,
sort of the equivalent to like the AFMAO approach of light dark.
Yeah, although it's not much lighter because it's still Fallen Angels.
Light, dark, aftermath. That's really more the AFMAO approach.
Yeah, aftermath with a lot more light spots than season 2, but not that many. Not in a lot compared to the Mutant Girl. The Mutant Girl is a mostly happy show most of the time.
Yeah, they're definitely. Yeah, season 3 of Mutant Girl feels a bit like season 5 of My Street in terms of, they're still going through it, but they're putting on a brave face, or they're moving on with their lives. Which also another reason why the Mutant Girl can go on for so long is because the characters themselves are continuing to grow up, so they are still discovering themselves as individuals anyway. So there's always going to be an avenue for them to explore if needs be. So yeah, that definitely helps in my case. But yeah, in this case where all the characters are adults, it's it gets more complicated, but it's been handled pretty well. To toot our horns again in terms of writing.
Yeah.
So all right.
Yeah, but that's just the general season. I really enjoy the season. I think it's a very satisfying season to watch. I'm gonna say this later in this video. No spoilers. We just gotta watch all this. Anyways, but I do kind of want to see someone like binge the whole season in one setting, or like a bunch of settings like really close together to see what they get if they like watch the season and pretty much all together to see what they think of it. As like a complete package.
You mean somebody who's like watched it before and just binging it first time, or like you want to see someone who from the very beginning binges the whole thing?
Well, regardless if they've seen it or not, just someone who watches episode 1 to episode 12.
KW, get on it.
And like a quick time span and see what they think of like the season as a package compared to just, in single settings.
Oh, wait, actually, it would be great for that, Maya. Because she forgets about like half the stuff she watches anyway, like afterwards. So yeah, doing all in one sitting will mean that she's not allowed to. She won't forget as easily. Yeah, there you go.
Anyways, let's watch the beautiful credits I edited.
Yes, absolutely. The 5th time we've seen Bond's animation this episode.
I love the animation.
The problem, of course, is that we run into the same classic intro issue of they're not on screen for long enough for it to be justified a lot of the time.
Try hard to find the answer when no one knows.
But yeah, there you go.
How it feels between disasters.
But you have so many credits. You have so many credits.
That's always been the thing with like in the silhouettes, yeah.
Oh god.
Yeah, even though Sean wasn't even a thing when that was conceived.
It comes and goes.
But see, this is where you can like edit all of them in much more easily, not just like linger on Zack the whole time.
The life of dreams is moving faster.
And not just linger on Zack the whole time. And not just okay, never mind.
And no one knows the constant fear of what.
Oh, I just realized that I forgot to put out that AC9123 is changed their username. Makes more sense.
Comes after. We'll never know.
I'm impressed that he managed to stick around the whole time as well. Yes, and there he is, not Adri. Oh yeah, and Blackjack as well. Yeah, who's the only person who's been barred from the editing room, by the way, so, can't have been that bad. Actually got Camilla Frost as well now, yeah. Oh yeah, I guess KW was just in like that one slot in between episodes in terms of voice Mrs. Dysart because you focus so much on the Many Myths series.
Luna.
We're falling hard to find the
I love this part of the song. It's so good. I love this part.
Yeah, that's true. Because we didn't get to this part before. That's That's also one thing I like about the like until we break down from last time, where like we get to the end of the song finally after everything. Yeah, I realized I've never actually heard this song all the way through. I never thought about it before. Oh, yeah. Okay. Emily Nightwolf as opposed to Emily Nightwolf VA. Oh hey, Spy Farts! Yeah, it's the good scene I did, except for the fact that the wings are still clipping, but whatever.
And no one knows the constant fear of what comes after. And we'll never know. It's weighing me down. Got my feet on the ground.
I like a sense of everyone's like, I'm glad they've all stuck around. You know, like Lifting, for example, was from Casting Call Club, originated for the Mutant Girl, but you know,
honestly,
like, they had every reason to leave, and they didn't.
I'm surprised they're still around. Like when I'd asked for a retake from them, and I was so surprised they're still around. I'm like, yes, I'm so glad. I mean, I love their voice, but I'm so glad. I am surprised they're still around though, because they only voice Lex in the show.
It's always the VAs that have the least to do.
I know. They're the least influence are still around. It's like, dang.
Mm-hmm.
Let's run away.
And KW. Oh, I should be doing the thing that KW does. Blue clip. I can't read that word because it's behind there, like Page Eta or something. I don't know.
No, it's Page VA.
Oh, Page VA. That makes more sense.
Page Vita.
I was thinking Vegeta because I was still thinking about Dragon Ball.
Oh no.
But I'm the blue. Ah, yeah, a little bit of the classic talking in the middle of beat drop from the intro.
Hey
guys,
oh
Aidan
god.
here.
There we go. I was wondering if you were going to do this again.
And I'm torturing myself. Also, do you like my My Street poster?
I love the My Street poster. I'm gonna say your shot is way less centered than it was in the previous one. I think the fidgeting has gotten worse.
All for tuning in to Fallen Angel Season 2. It took like 4 years, maybe 5. I'm gonna be honest, and probably just 4. I'm losing track of time.
I like how you're playing like it's not. It was Patrick Patricius, whatever the beat was called. I just want to say, like, you're playing the Wings instrumental.
Anyways, yes, the season.
Because I think season 1 was like silent.
Season has concluded finally.
Yeah.
Kind of took me a while, but you know, and I'm really proud of how the season turned out, and I do actually hope people binge watch it. It'd be kind of cool.
I think you're saying the same things as you're saying now.
See how the story develops throughout it, you know, instead of episode by episode with watching like with gaps. But anyways, I'm glad that you watch it. This whole like end stick may or may not be inspired by a certain YouTuber's merch I have behind me. No, seriously. I don't know why I'm doing it.
Yeah, and again, you're playing on much. Yeah, you know how sometimes I say it's kind of interesting when you like go back and like edit or watch like an old video, and like it's like I edited some old videos sometimes, and like while I'm doing them, I make the same joke in my head that I'm about to make in the video and forgetting I've already said it. Yeah, this is one such example, even though this is like a week ago, so not quite.
It's like 2 weeks ago, I think. Oh,
Yeah.
maybe record this like maybe I don't know. Record this like on the like 10th, 12th of last month of the month.
Oh wow! So so just like while you're recording this, I was probably just like hunched over my computer, ignoring my family, trying to get the scene done.
Yes.
In a mad panic, yeah.
Like if I ever see this, and I will cringe. But
I am kind of cringing.
Hey, I'm doing it anyway because it's a tradition now. It's an Aidan
Like what I said.
tradition.
An Aidan tradition. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
This, by the way, this should be a meme pose right here.
Yeah, anyways, I really hope you enjoyed the fight scene because that was one of my favorite ideas or things I did. Or, well, I didn't do it. Bond did it. Check them out. They are awesome. But the fight scene, yeah, that was awesome.
And of course, that was done by this point, so you could say that.
I love the fight scene. It was so epic. And honestly, I could not have, like, if I did the fight scene, it wouldn't have been nearly as epic.
The irony is that your, like, low energy improvisation is still better than some of the actual scripted, like, VA lines that got them made it into this.
Like a finale. But yeah, here's to another season of Fallen Angels coming out one day because I'm still kind of writing it and deciding how I want to execute it. But
that is a good point. I didn't mention this, but season 3 has gone through like a bit of like a structural like rewrite that is still somewhat ongoing.
one day it will come out and I'll eventually do this another time. Hey. Anyways, like or dislike because your opinion matters, and I'm stealing Jacob's outro.
This is the thing, like, people don't make their own outros anymore. They just take mine. That's how it goes.
Yeah, end card.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. Yeah. It's kind of like how I always receive like intros and end cards and stuff from people, and then like that's what is the intros and outros that people like to use actual events. Yeah. But there you go. I think we've probably already like made all our points about the episode as a whole
and season as a whole because finale of a season.
Oh yeah.
Man,
all right,
the ending of season 2. When will my next continue? Because the next mini-series I do have in the works. I'm not going to say what it is, but it is a direct continuation going forward in the timeline. This isn't like the Fallen Angels, the movie, the first Angels. This is not a prequel situation.
My Street inspired thing where it's just like, I'm not going to call it season 3, but it's I don't call it season 4, but it's kind of continues.
It's 2.3. It's 2. Season 2.5. There are technically 2 mini-series. But they basically make up like 9 episodes in total between both miniseries, and are basically season 2.5, where stuff happens and it's kind of relevant, but it's also not kind of relevant. It's relevant, but not relevant. It's not relevant, but it also you could just jump into season 3, essentially, if you want to technically skip them, even though they're amazing rides. That I both love those stories. Those 2 stories are amazing, and I still would recommend checking them out 100%. Yeah.
Well, okay then, and also gives me a chance to
catch up.
Get a little bit further. Yeah.
I do want Mean Girl season 3 ideally to at least be almost done, if not done by the time I get to season 4, because I do want to have a Mean Girl crossover. But also, I'm not going to be able to reference much to Mean Girl if Mean Girl's still mid season 3 by the time I work on like season 3 Fallen Angels.
Yeah. Well, in that case, it does make sense, but it also,
Hi, Morwenna.
I guess we got to rationalize that with Alpha Witch Academy. I think actually what you said to me sort of makes sense, that doing like the Mutant Girl stuff like during the summer makes more sense when people are around, because Alpha Witch Academy being non-voice acted can be picked up elsewhere. So it might be that might be the way.
Adam goes, "Hey, Morwenna, how is censored line about what happened in season 3? How are you dealing with that?" "Oh, everything's good, Adam. I've recovered from insert season line of what happened in season 3. I am fine."
I do like how you're sort of like to pick us as if like as like a puppet show. "Hello, Morwenna. How goes thing?" "Well, I don't know, but what is it? It hasn't happened yet. We don't vision it." It feels a bit like that. Well, we have written it, we just haven't, like,
Yeah, we just haven't.
That is the thing, any and all crossovers that will come about will have already been written by the time of this conversation.
There is a
all
Vault Angel crossover in season 3 at some point. So that's a tease for the future. So I guess in a way it's not the end of season 2 because there's one last season 2 appearance of some of our characters.
and you'll get that probably sometime later because it is like it's not I guess it's technically sort of so it's now an early to mid-season episode.
Yeah, it's like a mid-season of Mutant Girl at this point.
Yeah, it's now mid-season. It used to be like earlier on, but it's
it was like I think it was like episode 4 territory originally.
Yes, which means it's now episode 7. So yeah,
it's like it's quite a bit later in the season comparatively. But yeah, look forward to that. We love crossovers. I love doing crossovers.
You certainly love crossovers. I'm okay with them, but
crossovers are fun. We get references. We get fan service. Who doesn't like a little bit of fan service between shows?
That is true. Kenobi was excited to see Morwenna in the intro of Fallen Angels. So your idea to set it in the Butterverse definitely worked to your favor. Indeed, we do love crossovers. Yeah, that's true. The encyclopedia that is Josh will definitely, love those. He could probably
and plus our crossovers don't happen every day, unfortunately. But unless you count Mrs. Dysart in season 2, which that's not really a crossover. That's more of a trade. That's more of me just stealing her. But
yes, because you didn't want the character to end after the.
Well, also I linked her of Alana, so it's like, this makes sense narratively for her. So you moved to Canada now. You in Canada now. But don't worry, I'm giving you a gift for season 4 whenever that comes out. I gave you a gift that I alluded to in episode 11's review.
I mean, yeah. So yeah, so I guess there's a lot of stuff to look forward to from here, and we'll see what happens in the rest of the summer. Because actually, last summer was when I put together the previous episode. So yeah, probably gonna have to get more on that. I think it was all recorded. I forget exactly. I've got to check to see what I even have, and maybe switch back to my other computer now that I actually don't have a Fallen Angels scene that I need to use on it. So we'll see. But for now, I'll do my actual outro here. So please either like or dislike because your opinion matters. And subscribe if you haven't done so already. And remember about those comments about your ideologies or whatever, or what you think about, the effects of extremism. If you're brave enough to venture into those comments and talk about that on Fallen Angels. If not, then I don't know. But yeah, for now, on that note, until next time, farewell.
Drugs.